Your turn to pick.
Let's go. This is domination among the things you've been waiting for. Headed to the top if we make it there, we'll be taking more. There's no INT, but something I guarantee is when you look into my eyes.
I have this
Determination you see. It goes without implication. Innovation is at our eyes. So take a walk with a boss first. Pick on flip side.
Hello everybody, welcome to episode 7 of First Pick. I'm Finch, and sorry for the delay, a little bit of a different process today, but we're going to power through it, and we're going to put a good show out. So with me today is the trio of artist extravaganza, right now just the duo. I feel like I need to have the hat as well, so I'll put a baseball hat on, and I'll join you guys with the hat parade.
Oh wow, when did Loda join the stream?
See, that's what happens every time. So, Anuxi, how are you doing from the office building?
Hi, I'm doing good. Thank you for inviting me onto the show.
Oh, anytime. Thanks for bringing both of your hats. And the other person joining us this week is Tvidotto, wearing what is that? A Russian hat? What kind of hat would you call
it's a Shanka. A friend of mine went to Russia, and I asked him. I said, "Man, you really need to give me back one Shanka."
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Hey guys.
I like it. Sorry, I can't do the hat as much as I try. Like, I like to wear hats when I'm out and about, but when I'm in the house, it just feels weird, and I don't know. I like to feel more free in a weird way. And then the third one to round us out is Danidem. He should be back any moment. Before we recorded, he said, "Give me 10 minutes, I'll be right back." Those 10 minutes turned into 25. Then he got back and said, "I need 4 more." So he might be back, he might not. I know he was having some computer difficulties, and we'll see with that. But let's just talk about kind of what you guys have been up to. I know usually on First Pick we'll talk about tournaments and break things down. There hasn't been a ton of stuff other than the was it Champions League, which the Alliance Speed game, and then this week we had Starladder. So we'll talk probably a lot about Starladder next week. But today we're going to talk about a lot of the fancy spring. What do you guys want to call it? Spring event? Fancy spring event?
Yeah, the Lunar New Year. Well, it was originally the Lunar New Year event, and then it was the spring event.
Okay. So we'll roll with that. So how has that process been going for you? Nexi, why don't you go first? What have you been working on?
I've been working on, well, because originally when it first came out, I was like, oh, it's the Year of the Horse event for the Lunar New Year. Let's make horse-themed items. So I just disregarded the whole Oriental side of it, and I made a horse-themed armor set for Legion Commander, which I have a picture of somewhere.
Yeah, that was actually one thing I thought, okay, so when we're sitting in the stream, I was like, it'd be really nice if we got all the stuff you guys have been working on and put it all together. But I didn't do that because I suck. And Thiago, you've been working on what, the Beaver Night Courier, correct?
Yeah, but not for this event that you mentioned.
Okay.
For the event, I made a Spirit Bear for Laundry.
Yes.
And in a courier based on Chinese mythology with my wife. High five, wife.
Is it Wi-Fi in French, right?
Yeah, well, Wi-Fi. No, we don't use Wi-Fi here.
Okay.
Plug it.
All right.
And let's plug it.
Next, did you find a picture?
Yeah, that was the problem with
I
this
posted
event.
it in chat. That was like the latest one.
Perfect. That's good enough.
The problem with this event that they announced it on the end of the year, and no one was expecting that.
Yeah, it was like
everyone was. Oh my God, we have like 1 month and have holidays in the middle.
It's Christmas, and we have to do a whole bunch of work. So, like, total shout out to Red Moon Workshop that did those 3 spirits plus the HUDs plus the loading screens plus the spirit. Whatever the static remnants for all the 3 spirits. Fire out, man. That's like crazy.
Is that what, like 6 months worth of work done in what, a month?
1 month. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Great.
You know what?
It did really good.
The one thing from like an outsider looking in on this whole process, because we talked about earlier, I have no idea how that whole item creation process goes and how it gets in the game. I just like to spend my money on it. But like the amount of time that goes into stuff, because I'll try to watch either of you guys' streams if I ever wake up in time. So you guys are always streaming and it's like 5 a.m. my time, but I know it's like a good time for you guys. So, but it's like that whole process of how long it takes to kind of tweak stuff and get it where you like. It kind of seems weird that Valve would come out and say, hey, we got 4 weeks. Good luck. We'll see what you can do. I know it might have been a last minute thing, but it would have been cool maybe at like, you know, TI3, they kind of set off a schedule saying like, hey, we're going to do like a Christmas event, we're going to do a Chinese New Year event, we're going to do a summer event. You know, be thinking of ideas and make your submissions by these dates. I kind of like lay out a game plan rather than just, hey, you got 4 weeks, go get them. I mean, do either you think that's a good idea?
In a way, no, because it's up to it. If you think about how Valve works, they want people to like attack things on their own. So like with the Halloween event, even though Dietide didn't happen on Halloween, yeah, everyone made like Halloween items. Like there were those pumpkin tree ants and pumpkin couriers, and people were actively doing things even though Valve didn't say we're doing an event. So if you take the initiative and you happen to do things and then Valve are like, okay, we're going to have an event, then I think it works better for the community that way. But it would be nice to get some heads up warning, but I don't think it's really necessary, especially like if we know now that they're going to always do a spring event every year and they're always going to do a Frostivus every year and they're always going to do a Dietide. Might be a bit more helpful.
Yeah, and I think the quality of the stuff would definitely go up if you had more time. Tvidotto, what do you think about kind of a schedule for events?
Yeah, I think that would be great. Because sometimes, for example, what Anuxi said about Dietide, we didn't know if Dietide was going to happen. So some people produced things for the Halloween, and it's kind of risky because if it doesn't happen, you will lose your item for at least 1 year. You know, if you make something related to Halloween and it doesn't get in, you will lose it. So it's kind of risky. If they say to us something like, "Oh, we are going to make an event like they did with the spring event," it would be easier.
I didn't think about that. I guess that makes sense if you're on a deadline. All right.
Hello.
Hey, it's Daddy, you got a hat? Yes.
You're using my hat.
No, it's my hat, you fucker.
No, it's my hat. Because he was drunk one day and he gave me the hat.
All right.
The next day,
the night.
Me, "Oh, you saw my hat?" And I said,
"The
yes.
night you carried me to my hotel room because I was too drunk." And I remember. I have like spare, you know.
Yeah, I take him to his room. He was really drunk.
Was this in the afternoon?
What? No, liar! I took you to
get my hat.
I took you to my hat. Chris gave.
Just gonna apologize up front. I'm not gonna have any control on where these discussions go, so we've already. So what else happened at TI3 that I didn't know about? Nuxi's thrown up in taxis.
I don't think I told you.
Danny's dropping beer in the parking lot.
No. I wasn't drunk. I mean, you know, the most drunk guy in the whole TI3 was the award. It's for Bishobola. No doubt about that. Like, you know, that kind of he was asleep on every corner of the room because I tried to carry as many people as possible to one of the rooms in the hotel, and Bishobola was like really drunk, and every 5 minutes he was falling asleep in one corner of the room, and every time someone opened the beer, just the sound of the can opening, he woke up, looking everywhere, like, "Where's the beer? Where's the beer? Where's the alcohol?" And take one, you know, take a bed, and fail asleep again. It was like, you know, an embargo, repeating. So, yeah.
Was he the guy who passed out in the bed, and then you sprinkled all the beer bottles around him and took a picture?
Right.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, he's that guy.
I know you're talking about now. Man, we got off topic. Danny, how about your spring event been going on? What kind of items have you been working on?
I'm doing a set for Windrunner, and I was doing more stuff, but we are not going to have time to make it happen, so we are going to hold the sets for, you know, to just submit them right after the event or something like that, because we're not having time. And, you know, if we don't achieve some kind of minimum quality, I'm not up to submit it. You know, I don't like submit something when you know is not your best. So it's better to hold on, be smart, and just because, you know, everything in a hurry, rushed is not cool. So it's better to make your best, and if that takes more time, it's better to hold on stuff, I think.
So you think more quality over quantity, in a sense?
Absolutely, no doubt about that. It's better to make something that people is going to remind in the future, that rather than make a lot of stuff with no sense or just producing like not putting your mind on what you're doing. So I think it's better to hold stuff and create something that really worth the effort of staying there hours and hours and hours producing. Jaguar and Steph already knows that, so I think that's a better choice.
We were talking right before you jumped in, so you can weigh in on the stuff you missed. We were talking about the amount of time that Valve gave between announcing the event and the due date for the event was obviously really short. Do you think they would benefit in the future from having kind of a schedule laid out of kind of, you know, hey, here's 2 or 3 events coming up in the next 6 months, 12 months? Do you think something like that would be beneficial?
That will lose impact, in my opinion. Like, if you create a schedule with upcoming events, it's cool for artists to organize their, what's going on and how much time we can invest on each event, right?
Okay.
But if all of a sudden surprise event, you have 1 hour to finish it, and it's like goodbye holidays, goodbye Christmas, goodbye family, goodbye friends. You have to crunch there for hours and hours and hours. Well, we love doing this stuff, but at some point, a bit more of time will be cool. Like, it's far enough to make something really good, but with more time, I think more epic stuff will happen from many artists. Like, for the moment, most of the people was on holidays with the family, went out to another country or city or whatever, and they spend many days outside just enjoying the holidays, and that's legit. But I think it's more for the people really while enjoy the event that they crunch it many times these holidays. But for example, I don't know, to make a cool looking set, really cool with a good presentation and stuff, 2 weeks is fine. Also, 2 weeks or a bit more, but 2 weeks is really good. So we had time to make stuff. So the one who didn't make stuff is because he didn't want to make it, or he wasn't really busy with holidays and that kind of stuff, in my opinion.
And that's what happened to me. Like, I had this really awesome set, and I was working on it, and it was really great. But then I just ran out of time, so you guys are never gonna be able to see the light of day. It was,
yeah.
It was very. It was just like
It was for
a
Puck,
sexy,
wasn't it?
It was. It was a sexy outfit for Puck, and but you guys can't see it now. Sorry, we'll have to wait for next year, maybe the next Chinese New Year.
Because it needs to be on a spring event, right?
It has to, yeah, because Puck flourishes in the spring. That's when she's the most beautiful.
Gay.
All right. More importantly, Danny, what did you get at the store? When you went to the store,
What did I get?
Be back in 10 minutes.
Which
Back
ended
in
up
time,
being
man.
25 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about the Spanish minutes that last longer.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've been busy with my little brother, so
Okay.
I had to get out for a few minutes and went longer. And then when I came back, I had many issues with my computer, as you saw, and I was trying to fix it, and I finally fixed it. So I'm sorry for being late here.
No, it's all good. I was giving you a hard time. We're fine. We have nothing to do. Anuxi has all day.
Cool.
It's only like 9 a.m. right now where she's at. So
Yeah.
she has all day to hang out.
I've only slept 4 hours last night after all day.
No, she's
Probably
late.
gonna go to bed after this.
All right. So I'm gonna open the floor to you guys. Are there anything that's on your mind, all three of you, that you're just dying to talk about within Dota or anything else? Like, I don't have anything specifically lined up we need to talk about. We can talk about art stuff. I know you guys probably get hounded about art stuff all the time. So, is there anything that just you really want to talk about? Get off your chest. Anuxi, don't cry about Fnatic losing. Please don't do that.
Oh, that was so bad. So sad.
Anybody?
So, can I announce like the tournament that
Go for
I'm
it.
sponsoring? Share?
Go for it.
Yeah, so I'm working with Southern Cross Dota and Join Dota on sponsoring like a big online and LAN tournament here in Australia. And pretty much the Australian scene it's starting to get good, but the prize pools are like really shitty. They're like $1,000 for the entire tournament. So like, okay, we need to get something along the European or the American scene where it's like 5 or 10 grand for a tournament. So I was like, I'll sponsor 5K to the tournament. We can see if we can pick up the extra 5K from sponsors, and We're going to host it from March until May. We're going to have a LAN event in Melbourne. It's going to be sick. We're going to pay for like the teams to fly in and stuff.
Wow. Now, how many teams are you going to have overall?
I don't know. It's free entry, so anyone who has a team can enter.
Oh, okay. And then I take it it's probably going to be Australian teams only, correct?
Oceanic, and if the Southeast Asian teams want to join in, they can, but they have to pay for their flights to go. That's how we're doing it.
Awesome. Well, I think that's super cool. That's going to be really, really fun.
Yeah, because right now, like, if you want to do like Southeast Asian tournaments as an Australian team, you have to deal with like 300 ping, 250 ping, and stuff like that. It's just really hard to deal with. So we want to do something for Australia, and hopefully, because Natural 9, you know Natural 9.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they went to TI too, and they were Oceanic. A lot of Oceanic players and stuff. So hoping that we can get those guys, or a new sort of Natural 9 presence at, or equal to at TI, or maybe TI 5, which would be cool.
That'd be awesome, and hopefully too, it just kind of ignites a lot of people who are in that scene to kind of start, powering out scrims and getting a kind of good solid team together, and like that's a really good incentive. It's a really good prize pool, good location, everything.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we want to do. We just want to make it so that it's actually worth their time to spend, like, bettering themselves as Dota players and participating in tournaments like this.
Okay.
Not just for $1,000 and the love of it. Because I know a lot of the guys down here. Like, I've been to 2 LAN tournaments already in Melbourne, and it's pretty much ex-Natural 9 guys and a bunch of other guys around here that are really good. And they're like, yeah, I wish there was more money in the scene. So, like, Okay.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Do you guys know about, like, casters and stream and that kind of stuff, or is that the part that Ryan gets to figure out?
My favorite caster of all time is Basekip. I don't know if you know him.
Yes, very much so.
He's in Brisbane, and I'm like, he stays at our house when he comes down to Melbourne, so he's great. I was like, I want to get you to cast the tournament. He's like, okay. So I'm gonna.
There you go. Very nice.
Yeah, so it's all really exciting. Still in planning stages at the moment. So. But yeah, the date's set from March.
How many hats do you have in home?
That's what I was just.
Like, really? Well, even Axe is like, it's kind of, oh fuckers, I don't have one of those. Axe is kind of, what the fuck is going on, Yeah, it's like.
We need more hats.
Look at his face. He's upset. Look.
Oh, you got an axe.
He's freaking upset.
This is what happens when you took off. We had nothing to do for like 30 minutes, and so we decided to all get hats, right? So I had to steal my fiance's hats because I don't have that many hats, and we just started wearing them.
I don't have any hair, that's why I'm wearing a hat.
You just...
I'm wearing 2 hats. I'm wearing a hat and a beanie.
Yeah, Nux is using 2. I can use more than 1 too.
Hatception, come on, Thiago. Yes.
Oh, man, we are diving off topic. Anuxi chat says Baskip and Lysander. That might be a good casting duo. I know Lysander's over in Singapore. That's not too far, right?
No, that's not too far. Lysander's with BTS now, isn't he?
He is. Yeah, he does the Nexon League for them. So.
Actually, it's really weird. We found out when we went to the LAN tournament here that Gods lives like right over there. So Woodsy from JD lives just up the road. So whenever there's like a big LAN final or something, we'd be like, just come over, have pizza, have beer, and watch Dota.
Yeah, the Australian scene's kind of odd because, like you said, Natural 9, they kind of made a pretty big presence at first. They played really well. I mean, they went to TI2, but then...
They were number 1 for like a week or something, or 2 weeks.
They were a good team. But then they had all the ping problems and, probably the lack of practice partners down there. And it just seemed like the odds were stacked against them. And they still played really well. So I think the Australian scene does have potential. They had
no LAN experience either because there's no big LAN events yet.
Mm-hmm.
When they went to TI2, well, this is what I keep being told. When they went to TI2, they just had no real LAN experience. So that's where they kind of fell in love. So if we do more LANs here, maybe we can get people to go over to Southeast Asian lands and do stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you got to start. Everybody has to start somewhere. It's just right now it's got Europe and China, and even in NA, we don't really have that many lands.
Well, you got the MLG now.
We do, but MLG, that's what, 3 a year, I think, 4 a year. That's about it.
It's better than what it was.
That's true. It is better than what it was, but still, like, it's still hard to get to them. So, like, if you have one on the East Coast, you're on the West Coast, you're not going to be able to just drive there. Like, you're going to have to take off a lot of work time. So, I mean, we'll see once MLG starts picking up more stuff. You know, more and more things will pop up sooner or later. Who knows how long that will take, though. But yeah, thanks for delivering some breaking news. I should have like a breaking news like intro. Overlay.
Yeah, I think that's like the first time I've actually told anyone. I had to get the okay. I was like, "Can I say this?" Like, yeah. Okay, cool.
Very nice, very nice. Tvidotto, Danny, any topics that you wanna, any breaking news for you guys?
Go ahead.
I don't know, breaking news, I don't think so.
Oh, man.
I don't know about news, but about something break myself. The rest, I don't know. Like, you know, I don't have, my back is broken, everything is broken. Breaking news.
So much work, Danny.
I can't help you there.
Breaking news. Well, that I can tell, I think no, I'm thinking but nope. The world is. I believe that the world is way too much confident. Like you can talk about nothing from nothing. Everything is kind of a secret. Like I could talk about many stuff right now going on, but I can't. So at the same time, it's frustrating, right? But I'm sorry.
It's always
trying to think.
Your secrets. Always.
Secrets.
But, one thing that someone suggested in the chat, I think is really nice to talk about the Chinese event and the stereotypical things. He asked about if you don't think that the Chinese event brought so many stereotypical and can make them a little mad with that. It's a really good point, I think.
Okay. What do you think?
I never think about that because I don't know, it's the vision that we have from them. But I agree. The vision that the people that lives outside the country, it's a lot different than the vision that the people that lives. So it may looks a little aggressive. But, you know, I never think about that. It's a really good point.
I used to live with a guy who was like, he's half Chinese, and he lived in Hong Kong, and he would tell me about things like Western artists trying to make art for Chinese and like do the Chinese style, and it would be like just completely like just not even close, even though to me it looked kind of similar, but because there was something different or they approached it differently, it was just so jarring to them. So, or to him as an artist and being Chinese. So, that's why I didn't do like an Oriental theme with mine, because I was like, oh, I remember what he said about that, and like I don't have like an in-depth look into the Chinese culture. And I can look on things on Pinterest and stuff, but I won't be able to accurately pinpoint it the way that they themselves would be able to do it. So let's just do a horse theme.
Not the Pinterest. Not Pinterest.
Pinterest is the best. It's so good.
That's what every
fashion.
That's what all Brittany does all the time. She's always on Pinterest, making boards.
Yeah, no, I follow her pins and boards and stuff.
All right, so great. So you get to see all of her wedding boards, her yoga boards, and all that kind of fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I haven't been on there for a while. I went on there this morning, and then that was that.
I think the one
That's probably why there's a lot of wedding stuff on there.
There's always lots. I think the one thing to take away from that idea, it is interesting. I can't really give any opinion on it because I'm obviously not Chinese, and so I don't think I could give an idea if that's stereotypical or not. But I do find it interesting that they do an event like this for the Chinese New Year, and a lot of people do kind of take that vibe and those tones and they run with it. But if they would have done, say, like a 4th of July, make like a USA themed item, I feel like a lot of people would get kind of upset about it in like a weird way.
Crying bald eagles.
Yeah, like and then like on both sides, like you get people in other countries saying like, "Hey, that's we don't want to do that." Then you got people here in the U.S. saying like, "Hey, they're making fun of us. Like we're in America." And
I think the Chinese event is more to welcome the Chinese community to the officially to Dota 2. I
Yeah,
think
but
it's
that's the
more
idea.
something like that.
okay,
But I think we never
Like,
think about the other side. If they
no,
could see that,
but
I don't know, some entries look a little aggressive with the idea. I don't know,
yeah.
too stereotypical.
Over the top. A bit
Yeah,
over the top.
too over. You know.
would you
It's
guys
a good
want to
point,
Commentary?
critique some of the other entries? I don't know if that's against contest rules or not.
No, it's not.
There are no contest rules, but I will say that translating the Chinese art or tradition into the game, it's kind of a really hard task because Chinese traditional art and culture is really complex. Like they use very small design elements and really complex, and that in game it's all noise. So the whole thing is about trying to take those concepts and making them bigger. And when you make them bigger, they lose somehow the Chinese style. So it's really tricky. For example, I'm doing a Windrunner set with Hunter, and we just focused on the horse part, not on the Chinese at all. So if you focus on the horse part, you can, for example, if you read the description about the people that is born on the year of the horse, they are cheerful, they are kind of happy, kind of really active people. Like Windrunner, that bring me the idea about doing Windrunner for the Chinese event. So I didn't took in my head parts of the Chinese design elements instead of the horse itself. So that's it.
Let's
I don't
Yes,
know
I'm
how it
glad
started.
that we did the right thing. I think. I was
Yeah.
feeling really left out actually because I was like, I'm the only one that's doing like a horse theme that isn't Chinese, and I'm like,
Yes, yeah, something like that. And well, it's cool, but the Steam right now, the workshop is saturated of spirits, is saturated of I don't know, the typical Chinese things with dragons, gyrocopters, with. So I tried to think ahead and on something, in my opinion, a bit more original and focused on the Year of the Horse itself instead of the making it look Chinese, right? So, and I think Anuxi went a bit more or less on the same direction. And Tiago, it's doing cool stuff right now. The curious that he
well,
released.
the Spirit Bear thing is not overly
Yeah.
Chinese. It's just really nice, and it's in that direction, but it's not like in your face.
It's not,
kind of.
yeah,
Yeah,
like a dragon or the typical Chinese fox or whatever. So
Yeah, in my case, I just get that red pandas are typically from China, China and other countries, but mostly on China. So it's kind of something it's related to that country, but not so. I don't know. I don't think it gets on those stereotypical idea. I don't know. I hope it doesn't.
Well, let's take a look at some of that stuff. I got the link right here. I don't know if you guys need it, of just the workshop entries, and I don't know. We'll see. When we get bored, we'll stop. But it might be interesting to just look at some of the stuff that's come out, because it feels like this has been a really big influx of a lot of really cool stuff for, like, I think we talked about this last time you guys were on a show. We talked about kind of the workshop interface and how it kind of isn't the best, but it kind of gets the job done, as like the upvotes and downloads and things like that. It's cool that they just threw all this stuff out there with like the tag of spring 2014, and you can kind of scroll through and like all this stuff is fresh. It's been up here in the last like 3 or 4 weeks, and so that's kind of cool. Let's see if we can do this without breaking the overlay. So there we go. Is there anything in particular for you guys that stood out that was just kind of a really, really well-made set? And I will say
I like the Luna mount. That I know it's like over the top, like dragon, but I don't know, it's really well done. And I'd probably be buying it.
Yeah, it is really nice. I like the colors. I like how it's a little bit lighter. I don't think I've heard of Yi. Did you guys have any experience with Yi?
No.
Why
with YI? Nope.
Mm.
I think
This is the creator for the Luna set.
No, no, no.
He's Chinese but lives in the United States.
Okay.
I never heard about it.
I asked it because I have another Chinese friend that have the same name. So I asked him. We're Chinese.
I feel like that one
Well,
really is nice.
The Luna Mount, the dragon itself, looks cool on the presentation and
pose,
the
yeah.
thumbnail, but then in game it loses a bit, in my humble opinion. Like
I haven't actually seen the
I don't know.
I just saw it then. I'm like,
In game it's like I don't like when you have a promo image that is not really close to the in-game version. So I will say that, for example, the texture on the legs and that kind of stuff is a bit. The tail is kind of a bit noisy. I think it's hard because he went up with a very complex mount, so it's really hard to make a really neated textures. But I think it looks a bit. It's cool. It's really unique, but the only bad thing I could tell about that. The rest is fine to me.
yeah, I would probably I'd get rid of the there's like some things coming up off his leg on the shield side of his front leg, which is obscuring the hero a little bit. So you can't tell the difference of where the hero starts and where the mount starts, like where the hero ends and where the mount starts, which is like a thing that Valve kind of has a thing about. And also the feet are quite bright as well.
That's
it's
something
like all
that,
the same. Yeah, you go down.
No, it's fine. What Steph said is something really important, like the readability of the hero and the item in game is really important because you have to play with different colorism. Like before you color any set, you have to check it on grayscale, and there you must difference when something starts and when something ends. Like there you can tell the difference between, as Steph said, about the leg and the mount. It's just it overlaps somehow, so it's really important to maintain that, in my opinion. Readability is the first thing when creating an item or a set.
Yeah, I just brought that picture into Photoshop and I just turned it to grayscale, and it's just it's pretty hard to read.
Yeah.
I actually didn't see the screenshot. Yeah, I only saw the presentation image and I was like, oh yeah, that looks really cool, and I didn't actually look at the in-game shot. Just like, oh,
yeah, there's one that I would like to find if possible. The one for Earth Spirit.
Earth Spirit. All right, I'll look for it.
Made by Gpets. This guy.
Which page?
His name. First page. When you click on the event.
K-Pax?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this thing is.
This guy is Chinese. His name is E. The same name. He's the guy that his name is E. And he made a lot of other good sets in game. I think this guy always makes good ones. I like this one. I really like this one.
K-Pax from Polycount. He's a beast. We know him in the Polycount community as being like up there with the top artists. And he's doing Dota work now. Fucking lost, bro.
It's such a cool set, but I don't want any more people playing Earth Spirit.
What?
You cannot break the set.
I don't find the Earth Spirit that OP. Everybody's crying about him. It's not that OP. I mean, Meepo is way OP, more OP than Earth.
To be honest,
you look at my face. I'm logging. No, I'm not. I'm very serious about this.
All right, let me switch over
is
so people can
way more.
On the matchmaking ranking that I am, no one plays Earth Spirit, so it's okay.
Yeah, same. In the 2800 trench bracket, no one plays Earth Spirit because they don't know how.
Every now and then, though, because like you'll see a couple bad Earth Spirits, but then when you see the one guy who's good, like it'll blow your mind of like the dumb stuff. Like I played a game yesterday and the guy was playing Earth Spirit, and he was actually good. And there'd be dumb times where he would just roll into like 4 enemies, start smacking dudes around, and then he would escape every time. It's like, what?
Drop his ulti that lasts for like 10 hours and doesn't
Yeah, I
really
mean,
that.
it's right. It got the 5 second silence with a cooldown of 10 seconds at level 4. It got the roll that if you got the stun, you travel way more distance. You got the E that is unstun, and you can grab or pull. It's very versatile, but you think about it, any silence in the game just shut him off. It's just as easy as that. And he's just a rock running around doing freaking nothing. That's why counter picks exist. You pick a silencer, he's done. You can pick anything to counter him with silence, and it works. Like if you don't have vision awareness in the map, and you can see him coming. Obviously, I mean, I don't think he's that OP. Everybody's crying about him, and I wonder why. And I was very busy lately, and I didn't have a chance to play. And today, I played the match with him and against him, and I didn't find him that unplayable. Right? I think it's fine. Mipa is way OP.
We'll have to see, because I mean, we saw Silencer picked up yesterday by Alliance. So if Silencer kind of slowly comes more into style, then maybe that is kind of an answer to Earth Spirit. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think I saw that match.
All I know is I'm gonna buy this Earth Spirit set, and I'm gonna be the Earth Spirit picker because I think it is really nice looking.
It's still fun to play.
And it's a little like Puck, right? It's a really.
I wonder if they picked Silencer based on
Puck is always
fan
a good
scores.
Mobile with silence and anything like that. It starts the match and escapes.
All right, so you guys need to educate me. You said Chinese artists. Has there been a lot of Chinese artists creating items for a long time? Because I didn't really know that was happening.
I find more Chinese 2D artists rather than 3D artists, to be honest. And they excel at doing really complex illustrations. They are really cool. They are really well done. And for example, there's a guy doing, the Brood Mother set with the little spiderlings with the big eye in the middle. The illustration was done by a Chinese artist, and that's really well done. Like, for example, you are checking on you're trying to find the mats, and got the typical promo image from the store, and the Brood Mother, you see the Brood Mother pic, and it's like, wow. And then the next pic is from a Nick set. And it's kind of like day and light. The quality, there's a huge difference between the pics. Mm-hmm. So I think those Chinese artists can open a big spot in the workshop by doing 2D art, because it's where they come from. Also in the 3D art, they are kind of complex, and it will not match the Dota 2 style, in my opinion. But well, anything can happen.
That was the interesting thing. I wonder if this Chinese event was also inviting the Chinese artists in China to make stuff for the Chinese workshop, but I'm trying to find if there is even a Chinese workshop. Do you know?
I have no idea. I have
one thing, I think something that is going to... Sorry, Steph, go on. Carry on, sorry.
I just remember Valve telling us about how the workshop would work differently over there, where to get images uploaded, it needs to go through and moderation, because images uploaded need to go through the Chinese, make sure it's not offensive and graphic and violent. That was the only reason where it would be different than our workshop.
Something I want to stick out about the items going into the workshop, I think something that is going to be in the game 100% sure is the collection by Onilov and Thafk. I think it's that one you're looking on the moment. It's of the summons. It's really good stuff, really unique, well designed for Dota, fits the style, fits their heroes, and also at the same time fits the Chinese theme. So it's a 10 out of 10. Everything works at perfection, in my opinion, and that's really something hard to achieve.
Is that
to say it about my favorite? All the summons, you see the spring ability pack, all of them are really cool. The Lycan is really cool. Something I don't like about their Lycan is the legs, the fur in the legs. The previous GIF you had in the screen and the in-game shots, the legs are kind of... I don't understand really well what's going on there, but the rest is really cool. From the in-game view, looks really fine to me. And the rest of the summons are really beautiful.
And they are preparing a Dragon Knight dragon right now.
Yeah.
The
Wow.
last one.
I remember talking to Don about that like ages ago during
The
that TPL.
Spiderlings?
Yeah, I was talking with Dondo. Was the same thing. I said, "Man, we need to about that set on TPL case. We need to make that set work. I can do some dragons for you. I don't know. We can try to help this because he made a really good job on that set.
That set was
And
insane.
And it was sad that never
Insane.
made again. Really sad.
Yeah.
Damn. Are these the spiderlings you're talking about? With the eye?
Yeah, the Spider-Man's God in game, the one you're talking about,
Oh,
right?
okay. Alright. There was some on the
That's
same
okay.
as the Lycan set that are spiderlings with they look like an artichoke with an eye.
Artichoke?
They look like an artichoke?
Lotus? Yeah, it does look like an artichoke. I think it's supposed to be a lotus flower that hasn't bloomed. That'd be so cool if like it evolves and it flowers.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Anuxi, you're a hike?
No.
Was there any sets on the first page
If I may,
that you guys want me to click on real quick for the stream to see?
if I may suggest,
Mhm.
there's one that's not on the first page.
Okay.
It's a single item from Jeremy Klein. It's really nice. This one. It's it's a head for
Got it.
Legion Commander.
Legion Commander.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
something that
wait.
I really wanted to do, and he made it. It's really nice. I posted on
If
the
you ask
chat.
me about this one or the one by Steph, I will not be able to pick one. The one by Jeremy Klein reminds me of the typical high elves helmets from Warhammer that they have that kind of very
Yeah, something like that. But
big
if you
helmets
get some medieval armor, a lot of them for the generals, sometimes they have some animal, something to make it
Yeah.
look bigger. They
dragon
have a lot of
yeah.
high things to make it bigger, to make it look bigger in the middle of the army. So this one looks like kind of a general thing. I really like this one.
Mm.
That is
And it got
I'll
really
find
low
it.
number of rating. I posted on the chat, Anuxi. I can send yours.
Ah, cool.
Really cool.
But
Yeah, that
the
is
helm is
sick.
really cool.
Oh, I should post on the chat on the
However, in games from the
I
front
posted
view,
on the Twitch. Sorry.
collides way too much with the head. So I really think that they had to change the color of the head and the color of the helmet. So when they overlap, in front, you can still read the head. That there's something different there, different color. Just that, and that will be perfect, because the
Yeah.
executing is marvelous as well as the design.
Yeah, because I found that when I was doing my hat, that if I made it to like the red plume instead of white, and it would just read as like the original helm. Like even though the whole front of it's different, it was like if it had the red, then people would just be like, it's just the old helm. It's got like gold. So I had to change it white.
By the way,
But
did
yeah.
you finish yours, Anuxi? I didn't saw
I'm doing the presentation shots as we speak.
Okay.
Also, yeah, I can work while we talk. Jesus Christ, I need to wear this guy ever.
No, I stopped it. It's impossible for me. I cannot do two things at the same time. No, it's impossible.
I was. Fuck! You have to tell me before.
Duas coisas ao mesmo tempo. Trabalhar e...
Uh-oh. Spirit of Anger, Red Panda. Here it is.
Oh, this one is great.
It is. Tell
Yeah,
us on why
so
this is your favorite one.
Eles estão falando quando...
Finch, do you want to have problems with me?
Do what?
Do you want to be friends with me? Do you want to,
I thought we were already
Because
friends. You said I was good looking and I was going to help you out.
I'm chatting on the chat and I don't see a green, beautiful shower. I want the shower. Why don't I have a shower? What's
Alright.
going on here? This is a plot.
I got you.
Why do you hate me? Why do you hate
Sword.
Ginger so?
Sword.
Because you have no hair. That's why.
Sword?
Yeah, like Anuxi has a sword. Alright, there you go. There's a sword for you.
More swords to add to my Iron Throne with
I got
Twitch.
sword. Now we're friends. That's fine.
It's that easy?
It's just easy.
That
I'm
is-
happy with the sword. Like, swords are beautiful. Speaking of which, there was some one item. Let me check. Because on the event, for example, the spirits from Red Moon, you know all the spirits, they made the 3 spirits as the Chinese gods. And that's pretty cool. I will say that they tried doing Surfing Maker. I spent last year like 500 hours on Surfing Maker. And one thing I don't really like about presentations with trailers is when they remain static, when they don't breathe life, right? So I will suggest...
Or when they show Grievous for 2 minutes.
Yeah, like...
No, it's not about yours. It's about the Navi one.
Okay. So yeah, I got what you meant. Well, they are kind of, it's really static. So that kind of trailers, you know, try to, if you are explaining a history in the trailer, if you are telling what's going on, if you tell, you know, you have to at the same time make something with the image, like they breathe, they are alive, not that just you know, static image. You know what I mean? And it's really easy to hype people with a video of Dota. It doesn't matter too much the quality, but if you put quality on it and at the same time movement, and you're telling a history, something behind it, I think it's pretty much way more awesome. Like, it's a pity for me because they did a great job on the World Spirits, and now you see that trailer and it's a bit like, I need that final step, you know, to be really good. Just, you know, I'm very picky with the presentation. Maybe I don't know.
I think it's definitely a really good thing, because the trailer I was just playing was Tvidotto's new the panda, the red panda.
Fuck yeah.
But like, that trailer I think is perfect because it gives you kind of like, I don't want the sound to play, but it gives you a good sense of like what it's gonna look like, a little bit of personality. Like, it definitely gets you a lot more excited for that item rather than just looking at a picture and going, I think this is gonna look cool in game. You look at this and you go, you kind of know what you're gonna get, you know. Then you get kind of sad when the panda dies at the end, because then you feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the worst part is now everybody's gonna be building radiances on the bear.
What's the problem? I like Radiance.
No, Radiance is fine. It's just every now and then you get that dude who's like trying to get his Radiance, and it's like 40 minutes into the game.
Okay.
Still trying to get Radiance.
It will be a problem because there will be a lot of lone druids just farming to get Radiance.
Yeah.
Can't push now, still trying to get Radiance.
Let me get my Radiance. I went double Midas, but now I'm gonna go Radiance. Yeah.
Yeah, that's no problem. I never think about that. But I made the 2 version, so we have the version without the Radiance.
I think that idea though is really cool, that you buy an item and something that flicks on. Like, I know for me, I don't like Anti-Mage, but I play Anti-Mage because I like using the Manta style weapons. Just because it looks cool.
Yeah,
the Manta style are great. They're really great.
I agree, Thiago, with what people is saying, that looks more like a career than a beer. No offense.
Yeah, that's why I changed the item.
Which one?
Is it because of like the
Red Panda
backpack?
Yeah,
probably that.
Have things over it.
Yeah, and that might. Well, it's not going to be confusing because it's huge.
Yeah, if you check the panda, the first panda that I made, the picture looks like a courier because I just put the head of it.
You know what you're gonna have to do now is do what you did with the panda courier, and panda summon, and make this one into a courier as well.
Make smaller, put more things over, and it's a courier.
Like Lieutenant Bamboo instead of Captain Bamboo.
Yeah, I can make a whole army of pandas.
Oh, stop.
Jesus, no, please.
No, stop.
Oh, he was saving.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
That's my wife denying me of doing more pandas.
No more panic.
Wife police, call 1-800.
So I'm just browsing through these items. I know the stream's a little bit delayed for you guys, but if there's anything in particular you want me to click on, if you have a discussion on, just link it and I can click on it. It's really easy. What about these wards with the little The little hats on them. Did you guys see these?
Yeah. Words with hats.
I saw when I was
This is like the
scrolling.
borderline kind of stereotypy situation, right?
Yeah, I was thinking exactly like that.
Like,
There's some items
With
like
little
that with
rice.
the same hat.
it should be coming up on the stream in just a second. But they're like the typical, I guess, like this most stereotyped Chinese hats you can get. And then they just stuck them on a ward.
Like a what? Like a ward or a Rasta ward or a Vino ward or I don't know.
Like a observer ward.
Oh, lucky ward. Oh yeah,
There you go. I just dropped link.
yeah. So lucky.
But I mean, it looks nice, but I think that's an interesting idea about this the stereotyping type thing. It is definitely interesting because there's not that sense of like you're the horse and all that stuff in it. It's more of like, hey, Chinese wards, let's stick them together.
And it's kind of like silly too because like I remember someone mentioning to me really early on, they were like, I don't know why they call it Chinese New Year because it's a Lunar New Year because all Asian countries celebrate it. And I was like, that's a really good point.
I don't know.
I think the words that came up for the event are really cool. Like this lucky word and you saw the fish. There's a fish like jumping over a stick, and it's super cool. Like it's really funny to me, and really original. I think it's really cool for the event.
If you can find
So
it, link it.
I think, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Hold on.
I'll click on it. I do like all the Legion Commander stuff. I love Legion Commander. I don't play her much, but I love her model.
Yeah, it's just the best female model.
Legion Commander is
Like,
the best.
I think she just looks badass. Her playstyle is pretty fun.
There is one item. I don't think. I don't know about how it works in game, but I think it was a really nice idea. It's called Luck in Battle. The item.
Luck in battle.
This is for Legion Commander. I just posted on the
Alright.
chat.
Oh, that is kind of cool.
I really like the idea. Like changing the flags for something else.
Mm-hmm.
oh, the butterfly ones? I mean the
This is like a
Fans?
butterfly.
Fans, yes.
someone
Yes,
said it
definitely.
looked like a butterfly and it's,
It does kind of look like a butterfly. It's cool though.
I really like I was like, damn, I should
Yeah, well, I would like to see more images in game, but I really like the idea.
That is really cool. How do you guys feel about people putting super epic Valve, please add this on all of the posts? Because you guys are actually posting stuff. Like,
it's a pit of sadness, I remember someone telling me. I was like,
like me,
like I don't
me as an
I don't
outsider,
even
I just want to
browse.
thumbs up it, but I'm not gonna put some like silly picture of like the upvote ice cream truck. Yeah, it's like no, just
well,
I don't know.
I appreciate it because to write a comment is a lot more work than to press a button.
Yeah,
So if they take the time to do that, then it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I really like it.
Exactly that.
indeed.
But don't you
I
kind of want
think,
feedback? Like, hey, that looks really cool, but
yeah,
I
yeah,
think you should change
actually,
the color.
Yeah,
That
but
was
it's
like-
hard to expect a good feedback on a place that people tend to just spam things. You know,
Mhm.
if you expect a good
Super
feedback, you are post on a forum or a place that
But-
people will usually spend more time writing a feedback.
Okay.
Anyways, Thiago, they are going to be the ones buying it, and if they don't like something about it, they should tell.
Yeah, but
what
they will say
they
that
don't like.
quick.
And
They will say, "We hate it. I hate it. Don't put this shit on game."
yeah, that's what I mean.
That's
Like,
quick.
not that kind of. That's not feedback. That's just free hate. That doesn't
Yeah.
lead to anywhere. When I mean that, if people can take just 10-15 seconds of their time to explain why they don't like it or why they don't feel that they don't like it, that will be really helpful for us,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, that's
we will
something
know what to
that really-
improve or what to, that's something that I'm really looking forward in the workshop. We need more feedback rather than this sucks. Okay, I'm cool with your opinion because I respect it is your opinion, but please let me know why this sucks. Why to your
This
eyes this sucks? Because maybe the problem is that you're not using your glasses. So please use your glasses and then look at it again. I could go with that, but I shouldn't. So I really expect people to share why they hate any item. I think it lacks quality because of this, this, and this, or whatever. Even if they are not experts or professionals, because they are going to be the ones enjoying the item, buying
but they
it,
don't need to be
whatever.
professional in art, so it's really
Yeah,
criticize,
even if
yeah.
they are not, because that's what I mean. They can criticize, but with just bit of feedback, just a bit.
Well, that's why I post on Reddit. Like, I find I get the most honest, direct feedback on Reddit, and like
Yeah.
my Luna set absolutely got slammed on Reddit, and it taught me a lot. Like, because I pushed a lot of boundaries with that set, and eventually got in anyway. I was really surprised.
Yeah, but
at that.
I think that now Reddit is a little over on workshop items after some items that got in game that they don't like. They are worried
I
about
haven't
other
been there
items
for a while, so
getting like that. So they try to I don't know. I think they are too protective with Dota. You know, oh, everything is going out of the lore. Everything that you do different, they don't like. I think that they kind of are super protective with the lore and things like that, or the cosmetics. After the draw with the ears, they started some kind of witch hunting on the workshop, and they were planning to get the worst items to get downvoted by Reddit and things like that, to make a mob downvoting things
So weird.
on the workshop. So it's kind of I don't know. Reddit is a little overprotective.
Reddit's a weird place.
What about the
Workshop
items?
items.
Sometimes
What
Reddit
about the
is
items?
really good. Like sometimes people actually say some like really nice or some really good tips.
Yeah.
Or like I'll post a show. Like okay, this past week I posted a new show I did called the Dota Clinic. I guess here I'm gonna sit back to the cameras because I want to make a point here. So I posted a new show called the Dota Clinic. Right. 97% of the people said like super positive, nice things of like, hey, this is really good, I like this part, or hey, this is really good, but I think you could change this next time. Like a whole bunch of really nice stuff, but every now and then you get a message from like one dude and he goes, 30 minutes, I ain't watching that bullshit, and that's it. It's like, why did you sit down, type that message, and click send? Like it doesn't help me. It doesn't make me go, you know what? Next time I'll make it 24 minutes instead of 30. It's like, give me a reason why. Say that the topic was too, like you went over the same shit over and over again. Like give me something more because I want to change it. But I don't know. Like Reddit, 95% of the time you're great. 5% of the time it's like, what? Like what do you people? I don't know.
Because
They
they
just
just,
sit on Reddit all day.
it's too free to hate. It's really easy to
It is free to hate.
right from home, and you're pissed off because of something, and you're in hate mode, and you instantly just make something negative that doesn't help to anyone. And gladly, those comments usually go to the bottom of the comments. But in the end, as I said, if you don't like something, you have to tell why you don't like it. Just
Right.
no, I fucking hate this. If you don't like this, then just leave it and don't just downvote if you want, but don't leave your race comment, because it doesn't help anyone, even you, because of leaving it, in my opinion.
Yeah, just like a simple like, hey, this is what I don't like. This is how maybe you could fix
Yeah.
it. And then it's good if you want to take the feedback. Great. If you don't want to take it, who cares? At least it was there.
Yeah.
Like it's just that's actual human interaction of what happens if someone doesn't like
Right.
Like if you're at work and you're doing a bad job, someone's gonna say like, "Hey man, I don't like how you're doing this right now. You're not paying attention, or you're not interacting, whatever it may be." But then you fix it. Like you don't have some dude walk up to you and go like, "Fuck you, fuck your house, you suck," and then walk away. And you're like, "Wait, what? Like what? What just happened?"
What?
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Sorry, that was my rant.
It's fine.
Uh,
So that's it. Reddit is really, as you said, Reddit is really useful for feedback, but it also can act as some kind of backfire, or it's like you have the one specific way to make comments, and the replies on the comments are kind of original and funny, and you have to follow that kind of way to write or think or whatever. So you have to be very careful with Reddit, in my opinion. Like treat it as it is, just a tool to try to take your stuff into the community or any new or whatever, but with slowly, right? Not very hard.
over time.
Gaming charts.
I'll jump back to the workshop stuff. there's any other things that you guys really want to talk about, go ahead, link it, and I'll post it. If not, we'll slowly wrap this up and let you guys enjoy your Saturday. I could talk about this stuff all the time.
Sunday,
whatever day it is.
it's going to be Sunday for us, for me and Daniel.
Yeah.
Right, Daniel?
Yeah.
Almost. Sunday.
It's already
Almost
Sunday
Sunday.
here.
4 minutes
I'm in
away.
the future.
Nukes in the future, yeah.
Yeah.
What
He has,
happens, what
he
happens
has
in the
one day
future?
more.
Really exciting.
Icy
Genetically
Ghost Rider.
stolen.
See, I could talk about this stuff for days. I know you guys make it, so probably not as much, but I find this kind of part of Dota just fascinating. I love artwork and the presentation and the creativity, and I just don't have any of that creativity, unfortunately. So I can never do it, but I just find it fascinating. Like, I find myself just browsing through Workshop, people just uploading stuff all the time. I don't really give critique that much. Maybe I should, but I love just looking and seeing, like, wow, that's really cool. They thought about that. I don't know.
I like when people link it to me because I hate browsing the workshop. It's like so slow, and it's like there's like the 7-piece set item is like all over the front page, and you have to scroll to find like new items because it's, I really hope
Merlin
Valve
Police.
does that workshop.
Merlin Police.
Oh my god.
It's
Hi,
coming.
Daniel.
Is that the police, or is that a laser?
I don't know.
Who called Merlini?
He's gonna show up.
Cool. One thing about this event is that you can feel the people that went directly to the point of the doing something Chinese and doing something more related to the year of the horse itself. Like to the, as I was saying, it's kind of hard. It's kind of to stick out of the large amount mass of command submission. So I don't know how to feel exactly about that. Like you see there the Chinese look the thumbnail, for example. Well, that doesn't fit too much into the game, in my opinion. Like that's a moon horse.
It looks cool, but it would never work for Marana.
No, for Marana. Like
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know how to say what to say. It's kind of. It's too complex. It's what I was telling you some minutes ago about.
It looks Macedonian. Like,
look, for example, I can see if I put the ass. There's a back view. The previous images, Finch.
Put the ass. Okay, I'll put the ass on this.
Of the horse. Put the back.
It looks like a nose and a face.
There's a face. It was
Yes.
Which
got
one?
the face in the back. So. The one.
It's
Look
got
at the.
speakers for eyes. So it's got subwoofers for eyes and stuff. And
Fits fourth image. You can see there.
Fourth image.
Face.
Wait, where?
Yeah.
The face?
On the back view. No. Yeah. The back. The back view.
There you go.
It's more Persian than it does Oriental.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got the dress that's Oriental.
But I feel like the Marana dress is good. It's the mount that kind of throws the whole thing off.
Because I was going to do a sari for Marana too.
It's too much. You destroy the Dota 2 visual style. You destroy absolutely the way the hero looks. Like if I see this in game, I will say, "What? This is a new hero."
The problem is with this one, we don't have any image in game.
Yeah.
It's the horse, right?
That's a huge problem.
But you know what?
We don't
Someone
have
did say
any image.
it is ultra epic. Valve, please add this. So it's ultra epic.
It's a bit like that as well. Like people, it's hard to say when they are just giving free love or free hate, like not getting too in depth of the item itself. So when you look at an item in the workshop, you have to take in consideration that it respects the coloration. You can say that it's the hero it represents. That it goes well with the theme. You can read well from the game view. The texture is well executed. The shaders are not a pain in the eye, etc., etc. Originality. There are. You say ultra epic. I mean, I don't call my friends to about my items. Even if someone comes to me and Danny, I don't like this because this, I will take consideration of the comment and I will take that in mind for the next item, so that's what I mean. Like something free of voting doesn't help at all because you have to vote something that you really would like to see in game, even if you are not going to buy it. That's the point of voting something, in my opinion.
I kind of wish they had like a star rating instead of like a thumbs up, thumbs down. So like you see you have the 5 stars there, but it would be cool if it would just do an average of like the 1 out of 5 or 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
It could be more specific.
Yeah, I think the workshop right now needs a really hard rework in all the aspects. The interface, the way you vote, the way you... If you are leaving a comment, you're forced to at least leave some words or whatever, because it's like... And please add some kind of macros for the Valve. Add this is super epic. Like you push a button and you don't have to make copy paste. Because one time I added by myself a comment on one of my items, and it was saying Volvo super epic, and I put Epinus instead of the thumb up, and people was copy pasting the Epinus, and I was like, do you realize that you're copy pasting like? That's something automatic. They copy paste the previous comment, and it's like the whole time, you know. So you can see when people pay attention or not.
The gyro set's pretty.
I don't know how to fill up the gyro. There are many gyros with customized.
Yeah, there are many gyros on this event.
Yeah, one of them had really cool custom particles for the spells.
Oh, yeah, I know which one.
I'm going to be doing a gyro set next month, and I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, it's really hard to make all of the aspects work together well. Like, for example, that set had really cool particles, but the model itself was kind of lacking somewhere. So, for me, the perfect choice is to make a really good, solid design, then a perfect executing on the 3D side, and as well, if you make particles, something that when you see all together, you say, "Wow, that's what I want to see in game." That's really, for example, Super Saiyan, Earth Spirit.
That great hair.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, but
it's a Colovian fur helm as a what? Wait, I'm looking at it now.
Earth Spirit is just solid faces, like really flat surfaces, and you see this, and it goes against Earth Spirit itself. What do you know?
What's with the Windrunner ward? Are you seeing that? It's on the stream right now. It literally looks just like Windrunner, but it's a
lagging.
Has a cape and arrows and everything.
Oh, it's showing now. Showing right now.
For example, there was one word, a Lich word, and it was using the same idea as this word. Like it was like Lich into a word with Lich. Because Lich have chains, it has that kind of icy stuff, and it
works. How did they get
for
that into the budget?
But
the word budget's really small.
Yeah. Actually,
the word budget.
The word
no, it's really high. It's like 1,050 in 500.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was only 500. I was like, oh.
No, it's really high. It's almost a courier. No, not much, but half a courier.
It's half a courier.
Yep.
Now talk about Beaver Knight. This Beaver Knight's cool. Do you have any stuff to show?
Link it if you have it.
Link.
I don't think I've like posted any color pictures of it ever.
I can open here.
There's some pretty cool Lena stuff. I'm a sucker for Lena stuff. I don't know why, but I always end up buying way too many Lena sets. Lena and Marana. I don't know why. It's like, I'll buy all of them. It's like, I'm never going to use all these.
Like, the only laws in South came on the set is like...
The loading screen of that Lena you're on the screen is really cool, but I would say that the art style fits more for League of Legends rather than for Dota. Like, it's really... I mean, my point is that it's really well executed, but the art style doesn't match at all the Dota to style, in my opinion. No, again, I'm really picky. I left you on Skype, Ward. I talked a little bit about you about.
So I got this Lena set up on the stream right now. You guys will stay tuned.
I like it. I think it's cute. I like the hair.
But I was gonna say,
I don't like the skirt so much.
Looking at that picture, it looks phenomenal. but then when you see the item kind of in game, it doesn't have that same kind of effect.
It's what I was talking about with you later, like earlier. Sorry, that when you make a promo image, it really needs to show what you are going to have in game, something really close. It's really important because when you see the promo image, you expect the promo to be what you're going to buy and what you're going to use in game. Sometimes it happens the opposite. Like there's a really poor promo image, and then you see the in-game model, and it's like wow. So it's hard to say sometimes.
All right, got the fish word up. That is really good. That is pretty awesome.
It's really good.
Did you
It's
need
really
the goldfish?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and they have a
awesome.
separate one for a sentry ward. All right, I'm buying this one. That's cool.
It's not on the stream yet.
It'll be there in a second.
Okay.
Roshan Studio.
Okay, so I haven't done any renders of Beaver Knight. I'm so lazy. Thought I did, but I guess I didn't.
Oh, bummer.
Sorry, guys.
So is this the fish ward? Is that made by a Chinese creator?
I don't know.
Oh, just
I
showed
think
it
no,
now.
Rosan Studio. No, they're not Chinese as far as I know.
They just had Chinese writing next to the. Maybe that's for the Chinese store.
Yeah, this world is really nice.
It's really good, really good. The fish is hilarious and it fits the style
Let me
of the
check the
game somehow.
animations.
The animations are kind of the jump animation needs some, some when he bounces.
Yeah, I don't know about this jump. It happens on the idol, right? It's not on the. Yeah, it happens every time. I think maybe it's too much for a ward because a ward should not call too much attention in game.
Yeah,
It needs to be more static, not totally static, but needs to call less attention. You know.
that's a good point.
Yeah, but overall, wards looking really nice. It's really easy to read which one's the sentry, which one's the normal one, which is really important, and have big eyes, so it's easy to recognize that it's a ward. So I think it's really nice. Just this jump,
It's
I
really
would
good.
take it off or make it smaller.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I will make as a rare idol animation, and as well when he lands, he's in there and then he lands. It's
Bless him.
very pleasant. When he lands on the stick again, it's kind of like you don't feel the weight of the fish, right? So that's something I will change.
Oh,
That trend summon is really cool.
I think it is cool. And I was kind of mesmerized by this little video they made.
For me, it looks harmless. Like I see that in game coming to me, and I laugh really hard in his face. Like, oh, how cute! It's going to give me a hit. It's not a word at all.
yeah. For me, it looks like it's carrying a Dragon Ball.
I
That is
didn't
ideal.
saw the trailer.
The trailer's cool. I don't think I've ever
Uma
seen one of these
word,
before.
uma
Where it has
bola
like a
amarela.
storyline to it or something.
Dude, I think there's a big difference between using Source Maker or any other program to make this kind of stuff. Like, wow, I think the guy making the videos is cool, make really cool stuff, but I will go for Source Maker to make, this kind of videos. Absolutely.
That's really cool. That is neat. By Kunka. Is that the guy who does all those art screens? That's Kunka, right?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's the same guy. That's really cool.
Good stuff.
There you go. There's the most OP hero in Dota with his ceremonial shovel.
I think on the loading screen, the quality went a bit off compared with his previous illustrations. Like, if you check the Alliance versus Navi illustration for the finals, and you check the one for this set, is the quality is a bit lower in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I like that tree end thing.
Yeah,
It's really cute.
that's cool. There's a lot of really good stuff. I think this event is definitely very successful at this point. There's a lot of really, really neat things, a lot of unique styles, a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I hope they do more
motivated
events.
people to get to this deadline, which was really nice.
Yeah.
Now, is there going to be a prize at the end of this?
No, it's not a contest.
You're on the store.
It's
yeah,
more
it's
like
going
a
to be a
challenge.
chest.
That's
or a
surprising.
thing
You get a
like
big paycheck.
Yeah.
Mm.
Surprise enough.
People buy your stuff.
People buy his stuff.
Yeah, which is
Well, that
nice
was what
because,
the prize for the Polycount contest. Like, that's all we got was position on the store. And some blog posts, and that's all we needed.
There you go. Next, you got a picture of Beaver Knight in game.
Oh, do we? Oh yes, Thiago delivers. I was like setting it all up to render and stuff.
It's a little one, but it still looks really cool.
Ah, I like how small it is. It's really cute.
It is.
Thiago's done a really good job.
I made it small. I like it. I like small couriers. I think they fit better the game. And also, Valve said that.
Yeah, they seem to be getting bigger and bigger. I guess because more artists want to put more detail into their courier, and then when they see it in game, they're like, "Oh, no one can see the details. So I need to make it a little bit bigger," and they just turn into neutrals.
I remember on one of my couriers I tried to make it smaller, but Valve increased the size. But right now they are trying to make them smaller again.
That was so freaking hard. Thank you.
Came out nice, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it looks really good. Why was that one
Yeah.
more difficult than other ones past?
The evolution. Like anytime you do an evolving anything, it's just a lot more work. You have to plan like what you can keep, you have to use the same skeleton, so you're gonna have to like make all these like adjustments to the design and.
You need to think about the way to use the texture and to make the texture. Which part you're going to change the texture to get the new parts that are getting in and take off the parts that you are taking out, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I pretty much divided the texture in half and said this half is the bit of the body, and then this half is the bit that we take off and remove and replace to evolve it. It was just a lot of It's just a lot of planning and design around that, and then failing and then having to redesign.
Couriers are really hard to do.
Yeah,
Really,
they're just
really
hard in general. Like, I've seen a
Well, it
lot of people
depends.
come to me and say, "Oh, I'm gonna make my first item. It's gonna be a courier." I'm like, "Fuck that! Don't do that. You'll kill yourself." Like, it's the worst. Oh, Thiago does it really well. He like loves it.
Yeah, my first item was a courier, but I always suggest people to not do that. It's not the best idea, because sometimes you need some experience. You need to test to finish something, to submit and see what people think, and you need some feedback. And if you're going to spend like 1 month, 2 months doing a career, doing your first item, and worrying about that not getting in game and losing all your work, and it's something that kind demotivate people. First, so every time that someone is starting, I suggest, do a sword, do something
Small.
one single item, not even a set, one single item. It's better.
Needs to be small, needs to be quick, so you can finish it, you can get feedback, you can learn the process, you can learn the pipeline, and then you can reiterate and redesign.
Yeah, it is what we are trying on the Polycount contest. We have each month we have a competition there, where we try to get new guys to build something for Dota, and there's a theme, something like this one on that Valve made. They gave a theme to everyone, and they built something based on that. And it's kind of what we are trying that, but with single items, so people can learn the process, see other guys doing, and learn with them. So it's really nice.
Right.
Really nice idea.
And see how people can interpret the theme too. Like I really like themed contests. Like this themed contest spring, like it's really interesting to see how people interpret it.
Yeah.
I get more out of that than I do, like just like the actual like doing stuff for it. Just seeing what everyone thinks of how it's done. I just wish I could browse. I had the patience to browse the workshop.
It's not a good process, but you know what? I think we made it through the whole thing, and that didn't take that long. So I just clicked on stuff that looked cool. But I have a personal question for you guys, and feel free not to answer it if you don't want to. It's not a big deal.
It's fine.
I don't know how much I earned.
Have you? It's not that. Have you seen like a sales difference? Because I don't know how they break it out, the sales, but between item sets, couriers, and wards. Like I was just curious if maybe couriers people buy more or less. Like I don't know, that business side is
I
fascinating.
feel like people, the first thing they buy are keys for chests. The second thing will be, the second thing, because it's cheap, it's random, and it's addictive. Like, you see a chest, oh my god, I want this item into this chest.
But it's something that you won the chest, but the chest is going to expire, so you need to buy the key before it expires. Something that
I thought chests don't expire anymore.
No, they don't expire anymore.
Some of them expires.
The ones for
event ones expires.
The ones for events, they do expire, I think.
The ones for event.
And they will say that people like buy more the chest thing, the keys. The second thing will be probably sets, because it's the thing they are going to play with. You know, like, look at my hero, looks really cool. It's kind of unique, and I think the second one is sets, and the third one probably is couriers. But couriers are actually, if you are a support player and you are the whole time buying couriers, you may want to have a different courier each game. So you're always going to play support and you don't care, because many people care, so they prefer to kill. I will say that the third one is couriers, but there's people that want everything, so they buy everything. So it's really hard to say. There are kind of what I call kind of Pokemon players that like to collect the couriers. So they have all the couriers of the game. So it will be cool, some kind of game mode where when you play the couriers are kind of heroes with abilities.
God, courier fights.
Courier has different abilities. Like if they were heroes. So for example, not
kind of like
game
abilities. How they got like random abilities.
Cyberman is doing some custom mods, right?
Yeah, he is.
We could suggest to him.
That kind of stuff is really, really cool. And pick your courier, and you pick, for example, let's be honest, something looking super cool, Asuremir, and and then to check the abilities, or like new heroes in a small map like Pokemon, something like that. That will be really cool, I think.
Someone in chat, I was asking about the Necro set that's on there. What do you guys think about that?
Bronto.
Bronto. It's not fair to ask, because we are going to all say that it's cool.
Yeah, because we are all friends with Bronto. But indeed, it's really nice.
It's a really good
the headpiece, I was thinking about, man, how he did that, because it's not so complicated. Yeah, but it's looking so nice. Normally, alpha, you can see the pixels and things like that.
What you do is, like, if you have an alpha piece that requires more detail like this, you allocate it a lot more space on the texture map.
Yeah, I agree. He probably made that, but it's really, really nice. Yeah, I like the idea. I really like the idea.
Or if you just made one and then duplicated it.
I wish they add some kind of jiggle bone to the head thing, to the thing hanging. That will be really cool.
How come he didn't rig it to something else? Like what I did with the sniper hat with the corks on it. I rigged it to the cape. So it's really badly done, but at least it moves.
Yeah, but what happened for when he made the third eye for Lion? Was something like that. He made the item, and Valve made the blend shapes for it. So if this one get accepted, probably they will do some cloth for those pieces to move with the face. because right now it's all static, right?
Yeah, it's what I was talking about.
It's really nice. It's just
The-
that I don't like much Necro itself. I don't like much the colors of Necro.
Necro is really,
It's
really
almost
cool.
like-
I don't like it.
So
He's
it's like
dead.
crap.
He's dead. It accomplishes his mission. Like Necro, one thing I will say about this said by Bronto, it will be to fit the horse character, the horse, the character in the weapon, on the blade. That's the horse character in Chinese. I will try to adapt the character into the shape of the weapon. That will win more readability, will be bigger, that kind of stuff.
like that thing on the top of his hat. Like if he was able to not have it mirrored and then put the horse symbol on top of that as well, because then you'd be able to see it from the top view.
hmm
But I can understand
Something
why
really, really cool.
that's like that. That's one thing I noticed. Like good designs carry a motif
Right.
throughout the design.
When?
There's something, guys, I would like to talk about here, and this is really something really, really, really important.
Go for it.
It's that actually in the workshop there's a big problem, and I'm going to post on the chat what I'm talking about. This is a huge problem. It's people is getting bots to bot items and get into the game, and this is a big problem. And I like to spread the word about this because botting items that doesn't have that much quality, that somehow forces Valve to get items in game, and that's not fair in the end because not real people is botting those items. So I will be really careful with that.
That's the first time I've heard of it. And
Yeah.
that's pretty bad.
I did not know about that either. That is definitely not something that helps
Not fair.
anybody at all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the creators, because they are doing it for the money. When you stop doing it because you love the game and you love what you're doing, at some point it becomes some kind of business and it's kind of cold. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm leaving
it's
here.
really weird. And votes don't dictate if an item gets in anyway. It just means Valve will pay attention to it and actually look at it. But then they say on it.
This is really, really ugly, and I hope this doesn't become higher because Valve will need to take some kind of dramatic, I don't know the word, like making something to don't make this happen. Like if you don't have X numbers hours of both items, or if you don't have X number of games in Steam, you can upvote items. That will prevent people to make this. But it's a pity because this never happened before. So we need to evade this because you see items on the first places upvoted and you see, wow, there's a way bigger quality stuff under these items. Why this is upvoted? And now makes sense. It is something new. So we need to stop this as soon as possible, I think.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
It's breaking the workshop.
3 to 8% for a guaranteed 1,000 to 2,000 votes. I mean, 3 to 8% is a pretty good chunk. After
Yeah.
like Valve takes their cut, and then you get the rest. I mean, and especially if you have something that's with 2 or 3 people. I mean,
Well, 3 to 8% would be. Yeah. Shit, that's a lot. That's 8% of the 25 that you get. So if you get, I can't do math. Where's my calculator?
I think the important part. Some people said that you guys said, and people in chat said that votes don't matter, but still at the same time, people do look at votes. I mean, there's probably a lot of people who sort by the highest amount of votes, and people at Valve probably pay attention to that stuff because it does kind of rise to the top. I mean, this is the kind of the nature of voting. Like, why is the voting in there to begin with if they're not going to at least take it into account? So they're going to pay attention to the amount of votes.
That's something I will implement into the game, and I'm going to tell Valve because I just had it in my head. What about instead of getting images of sets to buy when you are finding mats, you get random workshop items. So you both as you look for a match, right?
Hmm.
I think that will
Okay,
be
these
a
are
really
very
good way. A really good way. Or, for example, in the pick phase, you already pick it and you have 45 seconds of doing freaking nothing if you're in a path game. So
Spamming
I
Alt Enter.
that will be really cool. I think like it's more important to people to decide what's going in game that to buy something that shouldn't be in game because you didn't saw it when I see a really bad set in game. What? How did this get into the game? And I think out of 200,000 players approximately every second, and with peaks of 500,000 players every day, when you see 4,000 votes on an item, it's kind of whoa. This is not even 1%
Oh,
of the concurrent players that saw about this. Maybe they don't give a fuck about the items in game, and they just want to play the game. That's the beautiful part of Dota. You don't need to buy the game or buy new heroes to play them. That's something really important, in my opinion, to
and that will
somehow.
help show exactly better what the community wants, because
Yeah, yeah,
it's a small amount of people that goes there to vote. If more the community that plays Dota get the chance to vote, we will know better what they want. Because about the draw set with the years, everyone on Reddit was hating that and saying a lot of bad things, and was on the top sales for 1 week.
yep.
So something's wrong with
yeah.
that, right? Why? So if everyone on Reddit hated but was on the top sales, or something, or everyone was buying because we're waiting
They wanted
Valve to
to be
take it off
open.
to get it higher on price. No, it's not. It's just because there's a problem with the people that are playing the game and people that are commenting about on Reddit or on the workshop. They don't represent all the community, all the Dota players.
Yeah.
So it would be
Agree.
this idea that Daniel said would be really nice, because we'll bring more those people that doesn't know about the workshop, or doesn't know about the items that they can vote. They will have the opportunity to give the what they to give the feedback that they
Hmm.
what they think about the item.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because I feel like a lot of
Better.
times people on Reddit seem to think that artists are just kind of dorking around making like, hey, Alpine
Yeah.
Ursa, this is really gonna piss some people off. Let's make it and stick it up there. But it's like
And
that's not their intention. They're making something that they think might be really cool, and that lack of feedback gets it through. Then they get a lot of hate that they don't necessarily deserve.
yeah, it's really weird.
Mm.
Weird, like when on Reddit they compare every single item they don't like with the Ursa set.
Yeah, I
Like,
think that was like the
Man,
first one.
how this fuck get in game? And they took off Ursa, things like that, and they always are comparing with the Ursa. Always.
Yeah.
It's a set that was took off the game,
With that
and now
funny
it
cowboy
works
hat.
a lot.
I wish I would have bought it. I almost bought it
$5,000.
because I had a feeling like
You
this
always
might be
want
worth
it.
something, and I was like, nah, I don't really like Ursa, so I don't need the Ursa set. It's like, damn it, would have been worth it.
That's right.
It would have been good.
Well,
You'd be a
in the
millionaire
end,
right now.
I think it's cool, but yeah, it doesn't fit the game at all. Like, if you give me the set, I will play Ursa with that set. But that's one of the
But
problems.
there's a lot of sets that are like that are currently in the game, where you're like, this
Actually,
probably doesn't
yeah.
look that good.
Actually, it's funny because probably of all the eight of the out of all the Ursa sets in game, this Alpine Ursa set is the better
the
in my opinion.
cleanest. Yeah,
The
it's really
cleanest,
clean,
yeah.
it's
The other
easy to
ones, the
read.
Rosan one is really a mess.
Oh no.
The one with the Street Fighter video, you just check it out. The Street Fighter video is really cool, but I couldn't say that it was a set until in the end you tell me this is a set. What? How? And then you check really close to the details and you see that actually it's a set. But wow, they had to tell me to notice that it was a new set and not the standard use Ursa. And the other sets are kind of. Actually, I'm going to make a Ursa set. Do you want Anuxi or Thiago?
Do another.
No, that's too much work.
More stuff to the show.
More stuff. Every month, Danidem comes to me. He's like, "So,
Let's
like,
do
you want
an
to do another
evolving Ursa set
Oh
with
my
custom
God.
animations."
Yeah.
Custom animation.
That throw axes with an arrow.
Great idea.
You know, we were on the bus international with Thiago from the hotel to the Memorial Hall, and the whole time we were thinking about crazy ideas. And we had one idea that really reminded in our heads. What about a bow that throw axes?
An expo?
We were the whole time like that.
I was brainstorming. Let me think about my bow that throws axes. I will do that one day. No, it was a bow made of axes, something like that.
Yeah, well, we didn't know the idea. Oh my god.
I'm going to do that one day.
Yeah, we need
Who'd
to
you
make
make
I
it.
will ask it. I will ask this guy to get some votes for me, and it will get in game, and I will throw that
Yeah.
on your face. I will give him like 50%
should do it for
of the
Marana.
revenue.
And then when she
And I
throws
would throw that
spirit
in your
arrow, it's a
face.
giant axe.
It's just an axe that spins as it flies towards its target. Alright,
That's why it stuns.
now we're getting somewhere. Is this how item sets are made? You guys drank too
Yeah.
much at TI3 and then you thought of a bunch of stupid ideas?
Yeah, some of those
I-
stupid ideas come out as in-game items.
I'm looking into the chat some really interesting questions about the people. Have you ever had an idea for an item or career design that you would like to work on, but you can't because of an item submission restrictions? Yeah, many. Like, for example, I always wanted to make some kind of a Blanca Ursa, you know, Street Fighter Blanca?
From
The
Street
Brazilian
Fighter.
I
guy,
would
right?
really want to make that, but
That would be pretty cool.
you ask yourself, how much can I go about something that already exists, and to tell my feet to stop? I can't go any farther because it will be too much like Blanca. So the trick will be to take that as a base and twist it to a point that it doesn't look anymore like Blanca, instead about something really unique and new that reminds you of Blanca. That's the point. For example, I have a very, very old set, the first one I made for Dota, that it looks really bad. I will probably remake it, because every day I have new comments on that set, and it's like, what the fuck? It's really ugly, and it's some kind of Bane patch. It's Bane. You see it, and wow, it reminds me of Bane really, like a lot. Like, if you take this into the game, people will be playing Bane, and he will say "Chop Chop Batman" or something like that. No, and I will really like to retake that one and remake it, like even push it more to the Bane side, but adapting it to patch. So it's really hard to make that, but it works. Like, for example, you take Edge Auditory from Assassin's Creed, and you want to make, for example, an Assassin's Creed Antimates. That will be okay. Like, you only need to adapt the idea of Ezio into Antimates and twist it to a point that it doesn't look anymore like the original one, but reminds you of that concrete character. And that's something super cool. Like, if you really love something about any other game or universe or whatever, to take that and translate it into Dota, that's something, if you achieve that, is something really cool in my opinion.
But it's also extremely hard.
Yeah.
Like, it takes...
Yes.
Like, a lot of people have ideas and they're like, oh, this is such a cool idea. I'm like, yes, that's such a cool idea, but do you realize the work that is needed to interpret that idea into Dota 2 is, like, stupid, and it's so hard. But, yeah. Ideas are cool, but they're worth nothing, really.
The execution.
Yeah, I have received a lot of Pokemon's idea for career.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I receive a lot. Sometimes I receive images. Oh, why you do something like that? And someone send me a picture, a really nice draw, and I ask it, "Did you made it?" No, I got on Google. No, it's not that works.
Can't do that.
That's not how it works. Don't send me a
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Finch, I left you in the chat on Skype what I'm working on at the moment. Did you want to check it out?
Yeah, I definitely want. Oh, let's finish that question though, because I was actually copy and pasting those questions and saved them because I thought they were good, and that was perfect. Anuxi, was there anything you could add on that? Has there ever been an item that you wanted to make but you just couldn't because of the restrictions?
Not off the top of my head, I can think of.
How many female heroes are left in the game to include?
I want to put wings on pretty much everything. That breaks a lot of laws.
Wings and feathers.
Wings on everything. Wings on
Feathers.
Dancer, wings on Storm Spirit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do wings. on
What's her
everything.
wing?
Watch me. I'm gonna do it. I already have an idea that I could do the wings.
What if you do Husker
Someone was
wings
like-
only when he leaps? So when he leaps, they like fly up and
That's
flies towards somebody.
And they get bigger, like the further
Yeah.
distance.
Yeah, that could be cool.
Like when someone gets force-staffed and then blinks and then he's like,
He keeps flying across the map.
yeah, it's sick.
Poor Huskar. He's not a fun hero.
Bottom
That's
of the
just my
ocean tier.
personal- Yeah, he's not fun. Bottom of the ocean tier. I like that. I like that.
I heard Syndrome say it once about Necrolite.
And then the only other question I grabbed was Joe Smithy said from chat. He said, "What other heroes do you guys think need sets that are currently available in the workshop? Are there any heroes that are available but no one's making stuff for them yet?"
Yeah,
I don't even look at the text people.
I'm gonna check the models. One of them will be Ursa, in my opinion. Ursa needs a good set.
Mhm.
Bristleborg.
Yeah.
Death Prophet.
That Prophet have a really good one that Mota and I made.
Ah, yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, right. That Prophet
want
have
more
some
purple.
sets in game.
The one
Actually,
really-
the Prophet is probably one of the in-game heroes with really cool sets. Like the quality of the sets for the Prophet is really cool in my opinion. Sven, I think it needs a really cool set. Sven,
Which
Then-
doctor?
Warlord, Meeple.
Which
Meeple
doctor?
is one of
I was checking. Which doctor have a lot of hats?
Yeah.
They have like 2 or 3 hats.
Yeah.
They only he and Meeple. Meeple have a hat too. A weird hat.
Lion have school sets. Nowadays, that's something I want to fix as soon as I can. I believe that Faceless Boy doesn't have any looking cool set. Any
Good looking.
cool looking
Same
set?
as-
Zero.
Morphling as
Faceless
well.
Boy.
Faceless White have the
Morpho.
time breaker. The
Yeah,
weapon.
just that. But he needs a really cool looking set in
And
my
the
opinion.
And no
Yeah,
one's
I
made a Tide
agree.
Hunter set in the last year, I swear. I haven't
Yeah.
seen one.
Yeah,
Tide
Tide Hunter needs a set.
Ever since
Yeah,
Squiddy,
Hunter
the
needs
little
a
Squiddy
wave
tags along.
set.
That was the last good Tide Hunter item.
Oh, the
Mhm.
Blink Dagger. The Blink Dagger's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But I love that squid. I play a Tide Hunter just to see the squid every now and then. 'cause
Yeah.
they have that
And
trail of
the
slime.
hammerhead. The hammerhead as a weapon is really
The
cool as
squid
well.
was made by Primrose, right?
You know, I
Primrose
can-
I don't
made.
know. I don't
I
remember.
remember
I
him.
have it. It's pretty cool.
I remember him talking about making that a plushie.
That'd be cool.
Lycan.
Yeah.
Lycan really needs a good set, I think. You have the
Didn't you
Hitler
just
one.
do one for him?
Yeah, I think I'm doing one, I think.
You're doing one for how long? 6 months?
More, almost 1 year. Now I have to
1
finish it.
year?
I thought that was already submitted and in the game. Like, I was like,
No,
surely it's
no.
in there by now.
And that's
Then
all
it
my
is working
fault.
on a
Because
set for like
it's
1
all
year.
my fault because
So
I left it apart because of other projects and something I
Yeah,
want to fix
TI3.
this year.
It was TI3.
Yeah, also TI3. Something I want to fix this year is to don't work at just work on one thing at a time, like not doing many stuff at the same time because you can't focus
It's
on one
impossible.
thing.
It's
You
impossible.
can't. Like I even had like 4 sets at the same time on one courier. I ended up at the hospital with anxiety and really bad. So you can't do all the stuff at the same time. So that's something I want to fix this year. Focus on just one thing. I'm making it as good as I can.
And then move on to the next thing. That's how I approach all my sets, because if I work on too many things at once, like I just freak out. Like I have a huge list of things that I have to do, and every time I look at the damn list, I just get anxious. Oh man, I just want to do one and I'm just like, okay, just break it down one at a time. Just get it finished and start on the next one.
Yeah, I really
And
understand.
then try and
that.
fend off the people that want you to get the sets done on time.
It's almost like you guys need to break out some goals, and then you need to break down those
Hire
goals
interns.
into the next goals. So if only someone made a video about goal creating and how to create specific goals, and that video would be on the Flipside's channel, and it was with me.
You almost make it.
I did. It went out a couple days ago. It's there.
I'll do
Really?
it. Oh,
Yeah, I had to throw it in there. So
You're gonna have to link it. in
I
chat.
will link it. I will link it. It's the Dota Clinic. So what we're gonna be talking
Give
about
link.
is how to reduce your anxiety and how to create goals and all that kind of fun stuff. That's for another
That's
day.
cute.
It's very cute. It's gonna be good. All right, let's wrap this up because I don't want to waste you guys this whole day. Last bit, Danny just linked the stuff he's working on. I showed the stuff Thiago was working on. Anuxi, do you have any images of Legion Commander and the stuff that you worked on?
Oh my god.
And I can show it
I
on
thought you
stream.
already. Oh, give me
Do
You
one
don't know if
second.
there's anything else. I think I showed Spirit Bear and the Dragon Courier for on the
Dragon
stream.
Period.
If you have anything else, link it, and I'll show it off.
No, these days.
Can I
no.
send it to you in Skype instead of linking it?
No, that's what I meant. Link. It's easier in Skype. And
I have one picture,
Did-
if I may.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna send it to you on Skype.
Now's your
On your
chance.
Skype. Send
Try,
file.
because it's
Because I just rendered it. So, you know,
So this is
I'm not
You sir? It's you sir
Danidem's
that.
Windrunner
Ah.
Windrunner set. This thing is really really nice, by the way. This is the first time I've seen it. I didn't.
Hold on. I didn't make it. I made it with Hunter. So Hunter made all the 3D and textures, and I made the concept, and I'm doing the illustration and trailer. So it happened because of the teamwork, So I want to be really strict here, because it really sucks when you work with someone and the other part is getting all the recognition, or you are getting all the recognition, and you're the whole time, hey guys, props to whatever the other part of the team is, because this happened because of the effort of a team. So it's something, it sucks on that side. So I want to establish that Hunter made all the 3D art and the trailer and the textures.
I really like the hyperstone on the bow. And
Yeah.
how he got that bow into that poly budget, because I've done a bow for Windrunner and that shit's tight. So
Actually,
Mad
the bow.
player.
How much is the poly count for the bow?
Really low, really low.
800 for
Actually,
both,
400.
400 for like in game.
And I leave Finch on Skype the bow concept. It was way more complex than this, and I have to be the whole time redesigning it again and again and again and again because of the poly count. And
Yeah, the
Hunter
poly count
somehow,
is really hard to achieve.
yeah.
Oh jeez, it's only
So-
450 and 350. Oh my god, that's the worst.
Mm.
It's 350, the load.
So
And then they've got 1200 for the head. What?
is this like golf, where like the lower the number the better, or is this like
No.
football, where the
No.
higher the number the better?
No,
Okay, so
the
imagine-
number is the number of triangles that we can span on the model. So each 3D model is made of a bunch of triangles.
Okay.
The more
So-
triangles, the high fidelity.
Yeah.
Oh.
Imagine you're making a sculpture out of chicken wire. You know how like chicken wire is like a mesh,
Yeah.
and like each of the holes is a triangle. So
Yeah.
and you can't. Yeah, it's really hard to explain.
No, that makes sense. So
Yeah,
you kinda,
let
like,
me
have to
try
layer
another
them.
example.
You have to, like, layer
Imagine a
them.
ball
Okay.
made of triangles. If you keep reducing a number of triangles, one time you get to a square, to a cube, right?
Okay.
And then you get to
And
a prism.
Yeah. Is that the problem? We try sometimes to make things round, and we cannot, but we are using triangles. We cannot make it round. So we need to try to work with the silhouette of the item to make it look a little round. That's the problem. We need to work with the amount of triangles to try to make the silhouette looks not
Detailed.
square as it is.
That's
So
fascinating.
pretty much all our work
That's super
goes
cool.
into, all the triangles go into making the silhouette look good, and then we just fill the inside of it with detailed textures to make up for the lack of triangular detail, like the polygon detail.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you look one model without the textures and the maps, it looks really, really rough. It looks something like a blob of nothing.
Yeah. I'll send you a picture of one.
Yeah, I think it's better if you send something.
That's really cool.
Oh.
Let's do this. Before we know it, you guys, I'm going to be pumping out puck items. It's going to be great.
Anytime soon. Anuxi is itching to make a pack set, I bet.
So I remember someone telling me that I couldn't, like, they asked Val if they could do it, but Val was like, no, please don't, doing something with Puck. And I was like, no!
I love Puck. Puck is great. Puck is the best. Alright, so next up on stream, Tvidotto's True Form.
Oh, the True Form. Yeah, it's one that's I'm working for some time and trying to make 3 levels True Form. So the idea is each level of the True Form you are, there's a different model.
Oh.
So it's kind of evolving model, but the idea is that the Lone Druid is a really old guy, so it gets older with each model.
Mm-hmm.
So each model, the beard is growing, the hair is growing, so in the end it looks like a lion with a lot of hair. It's not hair, it's mane, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and this big beard hanging.
Dang.
So that's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm taking a lot of time because I have to make all the. I don't need to make. Normally, Valve does that if they accept. But I'm doing all the facial expressions. So it's 45 for each model. So I need to do like more than 100 facial expression for this.
Wow.
So it's taking a lot of time.
So would you do a different version of Lone Druid for each rank in the True Form?
Yeah, for each
That's the
level.
idea.
There you go. So if you're level 6, you are a lower level. It's a different model, and you keeps getting different.
And it progresses, so when you hit 11 and all the way through. Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's the idea. The Spirit Bear started with this one, and in the end, I switched it to the Spirit Bear and finished this one.
The
Spirit Bear
face is
before.
kind of bulldoggy, right?
Yeah, the idea was to make a panda.
Yeah.
And then it
Ended
looks
up
like a
like a
bulldog.
mix.
Everyone on my stream said it looks like a bulldog, and some people said it looks like I don't know if in English his name is Tasmania from Looney
Yeah,
Tunes.
the demon
Oh,
of
Tasmanian
Tasmanian
Devil.
Devil?
Yeah, a lot of people said it looks like him too.
Yeah, it looks like a bit like
Yes.
him. But I think that the head is kind of unique, so I think it's cool.
Bless you.
You know, when you think about something for laundry, you always have that beer image in your head. So sticking out of that and making something that fits into the game, I think that's something you accomplished really well there.
And I also am doing all the animations because I like to make things complex. I like to make my
Is it
life
your-
harder.
A file, Finch?
I got
I
it.
think we all do that.
There's another.
Yes.
Daniel likes to make things complex too, right? I see you doing a lot of that.
So now it should be this. You know, Twitch. It used to be that you could have no delay, and now they added the thing where there is a delay, and it's super annoying. But I got the file. It's up now. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, sometimes it's like 1 minute delay.
I know it's frustrating, but that is
Really hard to communicate on the stream.
It is really pretty.
Mhm.
I might use that as a background. I might steal it.
Oh, this is looking really nice, Anuxi. I really like the helmet. The helmet is the best piece.
It is. I think
Oh.
the best part for me is
That-
the horse on the cape. It's so subtle, but it's like just you kind of snuck the horse bit right in there. It really,
Yeah, it's like a joke for me because there's a football team that I used to follow called the Brisbane Broncos, and they had a very similar looking logo. It's not quite the same, but someone picked up on it. They were like, "Oh, it's the Brisbane Broncos on the flag." Yes.
Yeah, that kind of logos for those kind of teams are really cool in my opinion.
What sport is the Brisbane Broncos? Is that
That's
Football?
rugby league.
okay?
So NRL.
All right.
It's like rugby union where they don't wear any armor at all, protection.
Are you taking a bash at American football right now?
Yeah, helmets. Just because you get more tackles per game than we do.
There you go. And then I also linked the second image you sent me. So is that all like the triangles and stuff you guys were talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me.
So without the textures and the shaders, it looks like that, which is just a bunch of faceted faces. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, so you can see all the triangles and it looks everything looks less round, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's all kind of jaggy stuff. That's
They are.
really cool.
Anyways, when you check from the game view, you can tell at all that sucks when you are working with a loadout, the loadout thing. But from the game view, I think if you want to make something round with a few triangles, you're fine. Like a good looking sphere takes like 24 triangles or something like that. I checked it the other day. So at some point you have to keep thinking on the game view. That sucks. For example, when you try to make something really round with, I don't know, 200.
Like your bow have a lot of round details.
Yeah, but that's Hunter. I don't know how he makes it, but he made it happen somehow. Like,
you know what I think he did? I think he used alpha to get the roundness.
No, it's not alpha.
I think he might.
Alpha. It's not alpha. He just he fitted the thing. In fact, he told me that, hey man, I think we can make the bow because I can only take it to 800, and I was like, wow, 800 and back
at it.
And so it came to me one day after, and hey Danny, don't redesign it because I made it happen. I was like, what? Yeah, well, it's looking cool, and you see the bake. And it's like, what the fuck? Hold on, I'm going to share with you the bake, and it's an unclean bake because I had to paint some normals. But hold on.
Why are you painting normals?
Yeah, I painted.
Unless you're rendering the event.
With normals.
You can paint out an event map or a world space like map, but if you paint out on the tangent, that's really bad.
So check this out. I'm taking a space. This is the bake. When I saw it, I almost thought it was the high resolution model.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it looks really good.
It's really good. So yeah.
Yeah, he did a good job.
He's a Pelican winner for some reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you see Hunter,
you almost hired him at Tryon.
Yeah.
I remember him applying.
As I told him,
he made a really good job on this one.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Like, one, I told him that he needs to make more stuff. Second, that we should try to team up more often. And third, that he's probably one of the best workshop artists right now. Like, in terms of quality, of how the understanding of the execution, textures. The textures are boss. All of that make me think that Hunter is probably one of the best workshop artists right now, and also how much he respects the concept. For example, when I made Sub-Art concept and Anuxi came out with the model, it was really close to the concept art. At some point, it's disrespectful for the concept artist to make something absolutely different from the concept, because we take our time trying to make everything fit. To make an idea, translate an idea into an image, that image the 3D artist has to take into 3D. And when you spend 5 days, 6 days full time working on an item, then you see the 3D, and it doesn't have nothing compared with the concept. It's like, dude, try to make it closer to.
You know what that is? That's a 3D artist that never started out as a concept artist.
Yeah, probably.
Because there's a concept artist that. And that
there are people that are used to concept directly on 3D, so they are used to change their model. So
as well, yeah.
So they keep trying to change. I do a lot of that with my models, but I don't know, when someone concepts something, I try to keep as much as possible, but it's a hard thing.
For example,
it's not easy. It's not easy to
Thiago,
follow. It should be with 3D.
It is
that's
an
why
art
it's
in
really
itself.
important. That's why 3D artists able to make that a really value, in my opinion. And also, for example, with Thiago, I worked on a courier, which we both sculpted for the T3. That somehow, somewhere maybe next year or in 2 years, it comes to the workshop, and probably for TA4 we will have it done. And he made a really good job trying to make the 3D art really close to the concept art. I mean, I know Thiago is not 100% 3D artist. He's more like an animator. He's lately improving a lot his 3D art. No offense, like his as animator is really good, but as a 3D artist, lately he's getting the nail of the thing. Like he's doing really good stuff. And when he made the model of the courier I concepted, it was like, whoa, it's looking really close to the concept art, and it's something that from my point of view as a concept artist, I really appreciate like a lot.
Yeah, but that's something it's not easy to follow, because
it's not.
Yeah,
as well as
you really want to change something that doesn't look nice, because when you look on 3D, it's a lot different. Sometimes looking for above, I don't know, that sometimes the silhouette is not looking nice, and you want to change, and you need to keep to the concept. It's something that you need to force yourself to follow the concept sometimes.
Yeah. A lot of people, like especially when they're learning, find it really hard to make a concept, like make their art directly like the concept, because they don't have enough like skills to actually render it like the concept. Yeah. So they see like a shape and they're like, I don't know how to reproduce this in 3D, so I'm just going to make my own shape and call it a day.
That's why we are concept artists. That's why every time I work with someone, please, if you have any doubt about any shape, let me know, and I will do a 3/4, a butt view, any kind of view to help you to understand the shape of anything you ask me for. So that's why also concept artists need to be really open to help at any stage of the 3D art. Some days I just spend the whole day giving feedback, like this move it here, this needs to be more like, and then the 3D artist thinks, no, dude, I'm working more like your grant or something. No, I mean, what you are doing is as value as the 2D artist, because I'm just giving the guidelines, but you are also reproducing from zero something that I gave you. So every stage has his pros and cons and the hard part. Like, for example, we can discuss about this really solely if you want. Like, for example, the concept artist has to face the white canvas. That's something really hard. Like, I mean, I'm not saying with this that 3D artists can make something from scratch. For example, Anuxi can take something that being a 3D artist, he draws, right? He can make a really quick sketch in the paper and then try to have an idea about what he's going to make into 3D, like sculpting, and then design while he sculpts. In my case, for example, I do the wall design process in 2D, so it's kind of easier and faster because you don't have to care too much about the wall thing in 3D. For example, concept artists are really fast painting and designing. So what you can do in 2D that you can't in 3D as fast as in 2D is creating an insane number of designs in a really short period of time. Like in one day I can make 10 different looking sets. But then here comes the hard part, that is choosing which one is the best one, and then take that one and really explore all the options to change this or that, and then make something clean, and also try to give to the 3D artist something as much polished as possible, because they are going to reproduce that into 3D. So it's a really important task. As always, for example, if I give you a really shitty concept and you make a really cool 3D out of that concept, if the concept looks shitty, it doesn't matter how beautiful the 3D art is, it's going to look shitty because the base fails. Instead, if I give you a very good concept and you reproduce that into 3D kind of bad, you are losing all the effort done on the concept art. So that's why each of the parts are really important, because you need a really good concept. You need someone able to reproduce that concept into 3D at better as possible, and then you have to make on 3D the texture. Well, Steph can talk better than me on that side, but you have to make the model, the high resolution model, not putting too much detail into it because maybe the texture size is low, or for example, in my case in concept art, I also work with the budgets in mind, the number of triangles, the texture size. So I try to make something that is global into 3D. So it's a bit of everything that if it doesn't work together, it fails. So that's why item creation at a high level is really hard. It takes a lot of time. And that's something that people need to understand and value when they say this is bullshit. Man, I stayed like 4 weeks in my room without seeing human life, and I came out of my bubble, and the first thing I say, a guy, I hate this, and you are like,
Thank you.
okay, thanks for your comment. It doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help. You have to take care of the lore of the chapter. You have to take care of the in-game view. You have to take care of the exercise. You have to
That's
take care
why
of the
Shagbark was so easy. Like, it only took me like 1 week to make Shagbark. You know why?
Yeah.
I had a concept and I didn't have to think. I just reproduced.
That's why sometimes I think that working as a team is better, because you can produce more stuff in less time and everybody wins. You have more items in game, you have more people recognizing the team effort, because Valve is not an individual. For example, Valve is 300 people and the Dota team is around 40 people. And they are continuously communicating between themselves and working together. I'm not saying that one single individual can't make a set. For example, Steph is the perfect example. Thiago is a perfect example about he can make a career by himself. I'm saying that usually the best stuff comes out of the team effort. So if you get one concept, you get the best concept that's possible, the best 3D artist, and the best animator, what you have, Sabbark. And I'm not saying I'm the best concept artist, or I'm not saying that Anuxi is the best 3D artist, or I'm not saying that Thiago is the best animator. But I honestly believe that we all have some kind of minimum, we have some kind of decent level. And from to the top, that depends on the people to decide how good we are. But
yeah, I think what we went well on Checkbark is that we could focus on the things that we think to see the most strongest, the strongest area on us. Because I think I am better animating. So on Checkbark, I just animated, and I think it happens with everyone. Like Danidem made a concept, Anuxi made a model and textures, and I think that worked really well on that one.
Yeah, it was a good team, and it was really streamlined. Like, it was just really easy. Like, once I got the concept, made the model really easy, sent it to Thiago. Like, in comparison, the second career that I've made, like the Beaver Knight, was just a pain in the ass. Like, it took me ages because I had to like make my own design and then work through it. And I'm like, oh my god.
And something I want to say here that is really, and when I mean really important, to leave to one side the ego when you work in a team. Why? This is very important, because sometimes, for example, props to Anuxi and Cybermat for Sabbark, and you read that, okay, by myself, and you think, where's Danny? Where's Thiago? Or props to Danidem and Thiago for Sabbark, and you see, and where's Steph? And where is Cybermat? That kind of stuff is really annoying sometimes if you work in a team. So I believe that to work in a team is required to work with people with low ego. That's really important. And to accept that sometimes people is not going to be aware that there's a whole team of people behind that stuff. And that's why it's really important for Valve, for the workshop, and for the artists themselves to really clearly explain that that's happening because of this and this person, and to these persons to be aware that sometimes they are not going to be credited when they make the item. And in my case, I don't care at all. Like, when I say the item, as long as the item looks cool and I'm happy with it, that's all I need.
That's
when it's in game, and you see Sabbark running around, and I can make a trailer with Sabbark.
Sigma was using it in Starletter.
Yeah.
He's like, yes.
Yeah.
I think it's just, that's a good concept to live by in general. Hopefully the stream didn't crash. My video went blank. But if everybody sticks to the role that they're best at, I mean, that just seems like the best way to do it. And like you said, check the ego out. And that's hopefully what people can do, but you guys probably know as good as I do that sometimes people have too big of egos and it just doesn't it just doesn't work. But if you get that good team, and it doesn't matter if it's creating items for Dota or playing on a Dota team or whatever it may be, that team concept of everybody playing their role is kind of the key. If you can figure that out, I think a lot more success. Like there'll be more higher produced items. They'll be coming out a lot quicker. I mean, I think all across the board, that's like a really.
We have a cat.
Finch, you have a cat.
You want to see the cat?
I saw it too.
Yeah.
She's overweight. She's
Get the
really
cat.
fat. She's on a special fat kitty diet.
Put her on the camera.
Well, take
Sorry.
it. Take
I
it.
just
Take it.
went over what you were talking. Sorry.
You're wearing pants, Finch?
I'm wearing pants.
But it
I'm
was a
actually
cat.
wearing shorts because we
There,
talked
like-
about it. It's really hot. It's 80 degrees here in January. It's not supposed to be 80.
What?
You know, for me, 80 degrees is something near what I use to boil water.
Okay, 25 degrees
because it's for-
Celsius, people.
Yeah.
25 degrees.
25. Okay.
It's 26 or something.
So what
25
we
is
were
cool in
talking?
Brazil.
What we were talking.
Brazil not here. Yeah,
Yeah,
here
I
it's
think
like
that team effort is really important on the community.
Someone
And,
said in chat,
Mhm.
they said if things become streamlined, don't you think items will lose some of their individuality? But if we are a team and we work under the same vision, which is your vision as a concept artist, and you, like, we have faith in you to produce a good design, then there's no problem.
yeah, like what Anuxi said is exactly what I think. Like, if I have faith on the 3D artist to reproduce what I concepted, it's like, dude, I don't have to worry about the 3D side because I'm confident on
Word is
her
a
to
really
make.
problem, like-
Yeah, like it takes you down. You are kind of depressed about working on that, dude. Why am I going to spend like 10 hours on this concept, and then later she's not going to make good work on the concept on the 3D art? Like it takes you down and it tears you down. But when you work with high skilled individuals in a team, it's like, dude, I really want to make this because I know they are going to they're going to make their job and they're going to make it really well with really happy while working happy, enjoying it and whatever. So also something important here is the freedom. Like no one told Thiago how to make the animations. No one. We were giving ideas, suggestions, but no one told him. So he got the freedom to decide which could be the best animations, and there you have it. For example, in the concept phase of Subarc, I was talking with Matt here and there, but like an art director, no, not at all. Like I'm constantly sharing work in progress of the concepts. Like, hey guys, would you like to change something? Do you think you will enjoy doing this? Do you think, that is really something important to keep sharing the progress and to check all the team at which stage we are and if everybody likes it. And because if you don't share it, maybe someone comes with a really good idea and we don't use it in the end. So it's really important to share the whole progress to the team, in my opinion.
I think you summed it up perfectly. I got nothing to add.
Yeah.
I could. This stuff's fascinating to me. I think it's really cool, and especially that you guys all worked together on a lot of stuff in the past, and I think that's really neat. And you know what? I didn't even plan that. I don't know. It all lucked out. So let's wrap this up because we are going long, and yeah, the stream says we're at 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's a long ass time. So usually, if people have watched past episodes of First Pick, like we like to round things out with the tweaked audio hot seat. So for today, we don't have enough time to do all the hot seat questions, so I'll ask you guys the most important hot seat question of all. But right before we do that, tweakedaudio.com is sponsoring this show. If you go to tweakedaudio.com, you can purchase the highest quality earbuds I've ever owned, and the ones I'm wearing right now, right here. If you can see them on the stream, they're very comfortable, very high quality. They come with a lifetime warranty, and if you use the code FIRSTPICK on checkout, you get 33% off, free shipping worldwide.
I
Go to
want one.
Australia or Spain, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where they go. It's free shipping, and you get 33% off. They have a number of
What's the
different
name of
colors,
that?
different styles.
Fit.
What?
They come signed by you?
They come signed by me?
Yeah.
No, I wish. We can
They
make-
What are
smell
they
like
called?
you.
we can
What are they
make
called?
that
How
out.
do you
If,
spell it?
if you can make them smell like you, I will get one.
We can make
I
it
want
with
to
like
go
a
to
little
sites.
puck logo on the side. So
Yeah, wings, right?
Special edition Finch Puck edition. Finch says Puck is a pretty lady. Which, you know what? That guy, we were falling to number 2. We've been battling out with Dendy. I mean, come on. Dendy Puck or Finch says Finch is a pretty lady. Like, you gotta... I don't know. This is disappointing on the guide front. But you know what? The Marana guide made it to the number 1 slot. So, I think that one was Marana's a pretty lady on a tiger. That one made it to number 1. So, I guess we're keeping the guide front strong. But Tvidotto.com, I will put a link to this in the show notes as well as in the chat for you guys. Definitely, if you're picking up a set of headphones or earbuds, whatever you may call them, go ahead, check them out. It helps us keep the show running, and you won't be disappointed. So, hot seat questions. Anuxi, go first, since you have managed to keep 2 hats on the whole time. I don't know how you managed to do that, but it's pretty good. So, the most important question: take one Dota hero on a date. Who would you take?
Oh man, this is hard.
First, Anuxi.
Probably.
You first, ladies first, you know.
Yep.
Invoker.
Invoker?
He's got that sexy hair, right?
He does have sexy hair.
Yeah, he's pretty good fashion style. He's pretty flamboyant. And he does that thing where he goes like this when he throws his... You see that picture on Reddit? They're like, oh,
you cannot forget the hand on the hip.
Hand on the hip.
The hand on the hip.
Okay. All right.
Fabulous. It'll be a wild one.
That's good stuff. All right, Danny, you go next. Taking a hero on the date.
No, Thiago, the girls first. You
All
know,
right,
he
Thiago,
goes.
go for it.
No, I cannot answer. I'm married.
Oh my God.
He asked which hero, if I would like to take a hero on a date, which one I would choose.
Okay, you are taking too long. Let me say. Windrunner. Windrunner. It's.
Of course. Oh, my wife said I just cannot pick enchanters.
You can't. Okay. She doesn't like the Sproink.
Because of the other side of the body.
Okay. That's a fair.
Well, you can
statement.
write. You can write her.
It was Daniel. Wasn't me.
My fault. You know, enchanting. Yeah, writing, baby. You know, it's that kind of.
and she's screaming Sproink.
Sproink. All the way around.
Sproink.
Ah. All right. So, Danny, you were picking Windrunner. That was your choice.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna tell you what I will make with her because there are kids in front of us, so I will say nope. No, I think she's really beautiful in terms of the most beautiful character in the whole game is Windrunner. Like the way she talks, the way she, I like the way you. No, I mean, she's really nice. She's cheerful. She's like natural, you know. She's not like in a pain with all the remote.
Very large win rate with her now. She's really one of my top win rate heroes. If I want to win a ranked game, Windrunner.
Windrunner?
Windrunner is. I mean, I don't like the girls that are all the way, you know, with the like they don't look like herself. But Windrunner is like really natural. Like she doesn't have any ad. It's just like the way she is. What you see is. Yeah,
she's not wearing makeup.
She's tall. She doesn't have huge boobs. I don't like huge boobs. I prefer small. They are more like
huge, small boobs with large nipples, right?
Yeah. No. No way. No. Small boobs, small nipples. That's my policy about it. That's all I have to say. No, now getting serious, I have some kind of self-drawn studies of Windrunner naked for my personal use. No, forget. Can you delete that for us? Not really. Windrunner is the most beautiful character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. That was the most detail anybody who's ever who's been asked this question. That was perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for with this question. All right, Thiago, round it out. Now you have permission.
I can say?
Yeah, you can say. Go for it.
I don't know.
You had all that time to think about one.
No, I had a time, but I wasn't thinking. I don't know. Legion Commander or Phantom Assassin. I don't know.
Legion Commander is really beautiful, man. This is so, you know, like.
I like Legion Commander. She's like a.
Blue eyes. Yeah. She's really exotic.
No, it's not a man.
What's happening with your
man.
wife?
It's
So
okay.
it's a woman about a little. I don't know.
She used to be a man.
She
Then
She's
she
the
lost
kind
her
of woman that
boss.
likes to
It's
go
true.
to the
She was a
gym
racist
and
guy in
spank
Dota 1.
men. You know,
Oh my, what are you saying?
I like Legion Commander.
What the hell are you
Alright. You're sticking with Legion Commander?
Yeah, I think Legion Commander.
Hey, hey, hey.
Ask your
My
wife.
pick.
Ask her if she has a Dota hero she wants to date.
What's that, Danny?
Finch.
What?
And what will be your hero?
Puck.
What? Fuck you. No.
Fairy
How
dragon.
do you, how do you date a fiery astronomic?
Because she
Fairy,
could be
like-
fun. She probably has good stories. She
Take
has that
me
little
into
beard
your-
thing, right? That little goatee. So she has good stuff.
Little goatee.
Throw your orb and take me into it so we
Yeah.
can jaunt together.
And you could
You
just,
like girls with goatee.
yeah, girls with goatees. That's the secret. No, if I had to pick one, it'd probably be Marana. I think so. I think
No,
Marana's-
Io. In your
Io.
case,
Just,
Yeah.
just keep
Actually,
it simple.
Marana was the
It-
first thing that
you-
popped
you
into my
can-
head, and I was like,
I like Marana.
You can
Marana's-
link
she's perfect. She's got kind of like not too
no,
crazy.
no,
but
no,
not too
Mirana. No, hold on. Mirana has the eyes. You look at my eyes, right?
Uh-huh.
You see my eyes?
quiet. Okay.
Mirana eyes are like this, like here. She got the eyes
Yeah.
too separated. She got the eyes like he's a frog.
oh,
You know?
She's like a
Like-
leave her alone.
I don't know how to explain
She's
it,
the most
but
beautiful.
the eyes are here.
She-
So, and a human got the eyes here. Mirana has the eyes here.
because she's always
Like,
riding
it doesn't
the
make any
tiger.
sense. Check,
Like a
check.
fish, right?
Yes, like the fish worth. Like the fish worth. That's Mirana face. You know? Sorry.
That's okay. All right. That was much more than I expected for that question. So, thank you guys very, very much for being here today and dropping all the knowledge. It was wonderful having you. You're welcome anytime. And it was fun. We got to go through the workshop. We made it through all the spring stuff. I think hopefully a lot of people who are watching the stream or the VOD were able to learn a lot. I know I learned that there's triangles in all these models. I never knew that. I feel like triangles like the last shape I would have picked. I would have gone probably circle first and then maybe square second, but triangles. So I know I learned that. Anuxi, where can people find you and follow you and all that kind of good stuff?
Shit. Twitter, follow me on Twitter. Please. I think I have like 4 more followers till I hit 3K.
There you go.
So please follow me on Twitter, Anuxi there, and then I have a Facebook page, but I don't really care about that.
No one likes Facebook.
I don't know. And
I
just
like
Twitter.
Facebook.
Pretty much I post everything on Twitter now. It's
All right.
work in progresses, and I've got a Twitch account, which is under Anuxi, so,
It's the same. Okay.
which I stream.
Tvidotto, where can people find you?
I think the easiest one is the Facebook.
Okay.
I have a page. I can link it here. And also on Twitter. Twitter I think is easier too. I'm trying to stream every day
Mhm.
my work, so maybe people find me there.
I,
So it's everything Tvidotto.
just all the same.
Just the Facebook is like Tvidotto animator because Tvidotto was already got.
Yeah.
And you can-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poacher. Danidem, where can people
I
find
think it
your
is.
stuff?
You can find me in Spain. I can give you my direction. You can come visit me anytime. Like,
I'd love to.
my door is open to. Not really. You can find me on Twitter on the Danidem. You can find me on my YouTube channel with the trailers on the Danidem, and you can follow me on Facebook on the Danidem. So it's pretty much original. Like the Danidem everywhere, and we have watching us Bandcake. Bandcake is Sarah. She was at the International 3 with us, so I'd like to give
Bandcake
her
is
a shout
awesome.
out. I give
Yes.
huge.
Bun Cake is the best. She's awesome.
It's the best.
Yeah.
She designs really nice. She's really
She made the best draw hair ever.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
The best draw hair ever. It was one of the first, and no one beat that, I think.
Mm.
I'm confused.
And I really liked it.
You need to have to link that to me. I don't remember that one.
To find it.
Alright, alright. Well,
So
let's wrap-
I'll find it.
Man, guys,
It's hard to
you're
find
so
because
boring.
it's already
Say
game.
something.
is that it? Is that all you got?
All,
Alright.
all we got?
We're done. We're gonna end
What
it. So
about that?
thank you guys for watching
Yay.
the
No.
stream. Thank you. You saying no if you don't want to go? We can like cut it.
No,
to the
we
VOD,
can't.
and we could just hang out and just like chat and drink more beer and do all that kind of fun stuff if you want. That's fine by me. But thank you guys for the stream who showed up on the live stream. That's twitch.tv/FlipsideTactics. The YouTube channel, the VOD will be posted. If you came late and you want to watch this whole episode or the past episodes, they're all on there. It is Flipside Tactics, but the E is a 3 because someone took the Flipside Tactics.
Shout out to Toronto Thunder. Say it. Shout out to Toronto Thunder.
Shout out to Toronto Thunder. I love you. You're fantastic.
That's it.
All right. Is that all you needed? All right, perfect. You guys can follow me on Twitter at IndieFinch. That's INDIEFINCH. I'm doing a new series called The Dota Clinic, in which we look at the mental side of Dota, more specifically the people playing Dota. And so if you have problems with creating goals, anxiety, competition, whatever it may be, that is what I do for a living, and I'm kind of applying that to Dota, and we're thinking about it. So that's on the Flipside Tactics YouTube channel if you want to watch that. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel or the Twitch channel if you could. That really helps out. Then we can get the fancy stream quality settings so people who need the lower settings can use it. So right now I can't. I just got to pick one. But that's it. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Next week should be episode 8 of Flipside's first pick. And as far as guests, Mania should be here, but that's never a guarantee. I know he's really busy with work, and after that we'll figure it out. Thank you, Tvidotto. Thank you, Danidem. Thank you, Anuxi, for coming on today. You guys are the best and the nicest people. I guess I must say this as well. I had a fake birthday, and all like you guys were like the first people who said happy fake birthday. So like that alone just proved that you guys are like the nicest people I've ever met in the Dota scene. So I'm gonna have a real birthday in a month. So I had the dates mixed up. My birthday is February 12th, and I had December 2nd. So that was my bad. But the real birthday is coming. So thank you guys for being here. We'll see you next week on First Pick. We'll play the outro. Last one. Shout out to Rags Official TV for making the music, and Adrian for the intro, and all the other Flipside guys. And you guys take care, and we'll see you next week.
Your turn to pick.
Let's go. This is domination among the things you've been waiting for. Headed to the top if we make it there.
Yeah, that's a lot of nice guys on
this. But something I guarantee is when you look
There's a lot of people.
We are leaving the show at the highest peak.